What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Hope everyone is doing very well. 2 days in a row, we have a match. We have a match view. Final pre-season friendly is here. Yesterday it was Oslo. Today it's Manchester. But we're here in UVHQ for the match view, our final pre-season fixture. And Steph, welcome. Welcome to UVHQ. How are you doing?
I'm good. Well, I'm good. I'm sweating.
Wow.
Out of every...
It's the commute, isn't it? Today, it must be said, there's it's a lot going on.
I don't even know what I pay for. Like, when I take the train, I'm just like, what, or train, tube, whatever. Yeah. Plane, automobile. I had to drive, I wouldn't say halfway to Dover, but like, I had to drive out of London.
To leave the country to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Lovely.
You know what I mean? So, but I'm
Whereas
here.
me, I walked. It was nice. Nevertheless, we're here for another match, the final pre-season match. Now, as you would expect, none of the starters that started yesterday's game are playing, but we have some people that were in Oslo that are starting today's game. So we have some team news we'll get into straight away because it's a very interesting team. Steph, when I showed you this, you went, "Oh, interesting."
I raised my eyebrows and I said, "Wow."
Yeah, it's one of those teams. So we'll get straight into it. Of course, as I mentioned, all changes from yesterday. But we have in goal Tom Heaton. Your defence is Ethan Laird. No Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the bench, which is quite interesting. I don't know if he's ill, injured. We'll have a look. We'll see if anything comes out about that. But Ethan Laird, who's also rumoured to be joining Watford on loan. So this would, I would think, be his final game as a Manchester United player this season. The centre-backs are an exciting pair of centre-backs. We've got Lisandro Martinez making his Manchester United debut today. The Butcher is in Manchester. That's his name. The Butcher is in Manchester. He's ready for butchering. That's what they do. Butchering. We have next Rafael Varane, who is the captain. Rolls-Royce Varane is captain Varane today. We have Alex Telles at left-back. The two holding midfielders are James Garner and Donny van der Beek. Then we have Taif Chong. Christian Eriksen, who came on yesterday, is starting today. So they're really getting in those preseason minutes, the much-needed preseason minutes. And then we have Alejandro Garnacho making his first appearance of preseason 2. And the King, here's what he's called himself, the King has returned to Old Trafford. Cristiano Ronaldo starts his first appearance of preseason, his first appearance since all the speculation about his future, the agent, the media lies, all this kind of stuff. Ronaldo starts. What's your reaction to Ronaldo starting?
Well, my first question is,
yes,
because I just literally just got here.
Yes.
Has Ronaldo been booed?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I mean, we won't know. We haven't got the sound on today, but yeah. I hope not, honestly. I hope that he doesn't get booed because that's just... You can have your feelings, in my opinion, of course, but you can have your feelings and your opinions on people's behaviour, like Ronaldo or whatever in pre-season. But once they put on the shirt, once they're playing the game, once they're in the stadium, my perception is to support the team, support the players.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Of course, people, they've paid their ticket. They can do whatever they want within reason. But, you know...
What, not streak onto the pitch?
I said that before. I said they can do whatever they want. And then there was a comment saying, do whatever they want. Well, clear, yes,
streak.
Within reason. I mean, I shouldn't have to say within reason, but okay, fine. Yeah. I don't think he should get booed. But, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's, shall we say, sort of grumblings. Maybe the cheer isn't as loud as maybe it would be previously. Is that fair?
I think it's just going to be... Yeah. I think there might be a bit of a mixed reaction. But I mean, listen, I've been watching your morning shows all week. Well, mostly Ian Flex, and I've been like so surprised by Flex's view. I just I don't know. Maybe I took it the wrong way. I mean, I guess you were more like impartial to what's been going on around Ronaldo, but Flex is very had very strong opinions. I was like, wow.
It divides opinion, doesn't it? It divides opinion on social media. You get the people that are staunch Ronaldo supporters. You get people like myself on the fence, but in the middle, just kind of whatever. But then you get people that like KG is really against it at the moment, saying, you better score 30 goals this season, otherwise I don't care.
I don't know. It just came as a bit of a surprise for me, to be honest with you. I'm a huge Ronaldo fan. But I feel like this conversation surrounding Ronaldo, particularly since, he talked about wanting to leave, it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? Not polemical, polarizing.
Yes.
It's very, very polarized. It's like you're all the way in one corner or you're all the way in the other.
That's social media, though, isn't it? There is no in between
It is.
nowadays.
No,
There's no in between, is there?
It is, and I think that's a really good point that Flex made the other day about Twitter going crazy. You've only got so many characters to explain yourself.
240.
Is it 240? I'm not on Twitter, so I
Yeah.
don't know. But I think it's okay. Like I think like I said, I'm a huge Ronaldo fan. I don't want him to leave. I don't understand the uproar about that he's like twerking or pimping himself out to like go to every club, because if you wanted to leave, surely you would look at options. I mean, there's much more to it than that. I know we won't get into it now because we've got a game. But like I said, I'm of the opinion I think he's going to be valuable to the team, particularly when we're so light up front, like this season.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make me like I don't feel like I'm in the Ronaldo like fan club, like I'm like like crazy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I think the thing is nowadays with social media, it's either you can't have an in-between opinion. It has to be in one camp or the other for everything, not just football, for life.
Yeah.
And the thing is, life, there are shades of grey. And I know grey's a boring colour, and maybe that's why people don't like to be in that kind of shade. But for me, my opinion was, I got it when he said he wanted to leave because the club lacks ambition, he's older, he wants to win things. You go, all right, fair enough, mate. We can't argue with that. We're not going to win anything this season. We're hoping to get in the top 4. Maybe a cup run, but that's a push. We're not going to win anything big. Certainly, we're not even in the Champions League. So you go, fair enough. He looks very smart, doesn't he?
He looks gorgeous.
Yes,
Sorry.
Ten Hag. We've just seen him appear on the screen. Gone are the tracksuits. What's that?
Yeah, he's looking smart today. He's got a suit on.
That's a polo and a blazer.
I mean,
he's a very smart guy, though. He's there in his trainers all the time.
At least he's not wearing his collar up.
Oh, what did you think of that yesterday?
I mean, I didn't. So, for those of you who don't know, I didn't watch the game yesterday. I decided to watch Owen and Flex instead. I was doing some housework. Anyway, and all I heard in the background was Flex moaning about Scott McTominay's collar, and I was like, what is going on? And then like I saw on social media everyone talking about his collar. I was like, oh God. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If it was me, I mean, it depends on your personality.
I mean, unless you're Cantona.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like, in my mind, I don't know.
Yeah, it just didn't look... And it depends on the collar as well, because it's very white, so it does look like a sort of PE top collar as well.
Yeah, and it's short, isn't it?
Yeah.
The new kit, it's like a short collar. It's not like a...
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
But he looks smart, certainly. Mr. Brooks is the latest member of the UV Members Club. Welcome. If you wish to join the UV Members Club, you can do so by clicking the link in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat as well. I've already got a super chat here from Shuvam says, the Glazers have done a great job in lowering the standards of the club and some fans into accepting mediocrity. Passion merchants won't take us anywhere. Quality is required to take United to the top.
100% agree. 100% agree.
Quality, I mean, I agree in terms of the standards have clearly lowered in the Glazers.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this the other day. I do think there's a difference between, so going back to the Ronaldo thing, there's been a weird sort of discussion on social media that if you want Ronaldo gone, you're backing the Glazers, which I don't agree with see the correlation. Yeah, no, I think it's one of those things where, because I think their point was Ronaldo wants to leave because the standards are low. So if you don't back Ronaldo, you're kind of accepting that the standards are low, therefore you're backing the Glazers. I think is shaky logic and reaching. I mean, it's Mr. Fantastic level reach, that is. That's reaching all the way to the other side of the room and bringing it back and spinning it around a little bit, to be honest.
I think they're two different two different debates or arguments.
You can support the club without supporting the owners, can't you?
Well, we do.
That's what I mean.
I mean, like, I do. I get the Glazers out in a heartbeat if I can.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't
through legal means, of course.
Yeah, of course, yes. I mean, within reason, clearly. Like we were saying earlier. Within reason, of course. But there he is, look. And that's going to be today, isn't it? It's going to be always on Ronaldo. The focus is always going to be on him constantly. And did you see what he was saying on social media earlier this week in some of those comments?
Again, so I've been, the week that I've had, not going to go into it, but very busy. So not being on social media much. But I heard something about like he was preying some Instagram fan accounts or something. And he made was it actually him?
Yes. So basically what it was that there was, like you said, there's a million different Ronaldo fan accounts, of course, on Instagram. And one of them was talking about one of the reports about his meetings at Carrington this week and his agent being there and Sir Alex being there to win him round or whatever. And he basically said that the media lie about me. They've got to get me in the headlines to get their money. You don't know what the truth. Maybe one day you'll get the truth right. I'm paraphrasing here. And another one was about Atletico Madrid in one of their pre-season friendlies. Their fans had unveiled a banner which basically said no to CR7, and he put a load of laughter emojis. He announced he was going to be playing before the club did today.
I did not know that.
When he put Sunday the King returns. So he's been very active on his Instagram account as Ten Hag applauds the fans at Old Trafford. But I mean, what do you think? Does he have an excuse when he's talking about, oh, my name's always in the headlines, they're writing lies about me? But isn't that kind of on himself for what he's been doing in pre-season?
Well, his name's always in the headlines regardless, I think. I think at this point in his career, he's been... I wouldn't say he's still at the very top of his game, but he's, been in this sport for however many years, a long period of time. He's done so much. So, yeah, why wouldn't he be in the papers? With regards to... What did you say? Keep making lies.
Yeah, so it was.
Did he actually say? I don't know. Did he actually say that?
Yeah, so essentially he was saying that they'll put me in the headlines to get their clicks. Eventually, one day you might get it might be accurate, sort of thing. Going, if you keep trying.
Oh, well, warmer.
Well, what's the
closer,
phrase? What's the phrase
colder.
About putting is it chimps in the room with a typewriter? If it's an infinite amount of chimps. Then eventually write the works of Shakespeare, or an infinite amount of typewriters, or an infinite amount of time. That's it, yeah.
I do not know.
It's a mathematical situation whereby if you've got an infinite amount of time, eventually they hit all of the combinations. Therefore, one of the combinations will be Shakespeare. It's kind of knowledge I'm dropping today.
I'm gonna answer your question with a question.
Go for it.
Do you think, and it's not a rhetorical question, do you think with all the hoo-ha surrounding everyone turning up at Carrington, was it Carrington or?
Yeah, Carrington, yeah.
Do you think for one second that Ronaldo called up Alex Ferguson and Ten Hag and said, I want everybody and his, it's not him. So what I'm saying is, when the paparazzi are there and they're clicking, it's not like Ronaldo's like, hey, I'm going to invite everyone down to get the maximum exposure. It's kind of like, for me, what it showed is that, so Alex Ferguson, Erik Ten Hag, Glazers, Richard Arnold, Murta, they desperately want him to stay.
Yeah, and that's what it shows. That's always been their line as well. It's always been their thing where they've said, yeah, we want him to stay. He's not for sale. Yeah. I mean, the club say, and whether you believe the club or not, say that Ferguson was there for something different. There was a board meeting with David Gill and Brian Robson, the brain trust, whatever it's called. It's like an echo chamber kind of thing. Basically, Richard Arnold has asked these legends or historical figures at the club to come back. Ferguson, by all accounts, has more power now than he's had since he retired, essentially, because he's actually properly on the board now. Before it was just kind of a token gesture of, we've got to be nice to Sir Alex.
Do you think he's happy about that? He's like, can I swear?
Do what you want.
Fucking 80. It's like, I'm fucking 80 years old. Do I need to be dragged into this shit?
Well, I don't know. We've seen him at the games, right? They always pop to a shot of him in the crowd against Liverpool, where he's puffing out his cheeks, going. And realistically, every time you do think, I penny for this guy's thoughts. For 26 years,
I know it's embarrassing.
For at least 20 of them, the first few years, of course, were rocky under Sir Alex, but for 20 odd years, the guy won everything over and over and over again. And then he sees what he has seen in the last decade. He must sit in the crowd, be like, I can't believe what I'm watching. There's nothing worse. And I know there's been almost conspiracy theories of people going, he actually likes that they're not as good without him. That's his ego.
No,
I don't think so.
Not.
He's still a fan. He's still a supporter. You want your team 100%. To win. I don't think his ego's that big that he likes United losing because it makes him look good. Like you said, the guy's 80 odd years old. Who cares at this point? He would want him to win. If anything, he would want the club to still be stable after he left. And it's not. It clearly isn't.
The only thing I think that he might... I mean, look, penny for, like you said, penny for Sir Alex Ferguson's thoughts. The only thing I think is, with his experience, he worked under the Glazers, right? And he, I think I mentioned this on another show, historically speaking, we don't sign many people in January transfer window. Historically speaking, we don't. And Sir Alex Ferguson had to work with that, there's no value in the market, no signings in January. And he worked with all that. He worked under the Glazers, and yet he still won shit. So do you think he's sitting there thinking, well, I did it under the Glazers, why can't you?
I mean, maybe you could argue that whilst he was there, there were still elements of the old regime that could steer the club, and we were starting off at a good place. I think the Glazers, like maybe like you're saying, maybe Sir Alex thinks, well, I counterbalance the badness. But the problem is once you introduce Ed Woodward, once you introduce other lesser managers, that's when it all falls apart, I think. So it's a poison chalice for anyone to come in at this point. I guess the hope would be that now it's a different managerial structure, but also Richard Arnold, by all accounts, he's not Ed Woodward, and he actually admits that on the football side of things, he doesn't know everything, which is almost a positive. Look, the best leaders, and I'm not sitting here saying that Richard Arnold was amazing, but the best leaders delegate and they know what they can and can't do.
The best leaders also don't sit in a pub and lie.
Well, he bought drinks. He bought drinks. They said they were burning through cash, mate. That's what he was doing. That's why. Think about it. This is what's crazy about Manchester United, is that if that was any other club, that would be a story we're still talking about today. And that was one weekend, and it just got the next day.
That week was crazy. That week, there was so much shit that happened that week, and I just remember thinking every day, like tuning in, watching you guys from home, just like looking through Instagram, like social media and stuff, and I just literally it was like doom, 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 doom. And I was like, what's next? What's next? And then that came up. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
There's always something next. Raz has been a member of the UV Members Club for 2 months. Says, Ronaldo has still got a bad taste left in my mouth, not going to lie. Okay. And this arrogance after all this, I don't like. I think that is a few people's opinions, I would say. That, obviously, like we were talking about earlier, you want to support him. If he scores today, people will still do the sue. They'll still do it because it's Ronaldo and it's fun, right? But you can't ignore what he and his agent have done this summer.
Just his agents just pimped him out.
Yeah, you can't ignore that whilst he's still a Manchester United player. He's still under contract.
What's the problem with pimping yourself out?
Because there's a limit to it. There is a limit, right?
Is there?
Yeah, of course there is. Of course there's a limit to it. Okay. Because you think about it. If he says, I want to leave, no ambition, fine. Okay, you got an offer? No, but I'm going to go and have a look.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Goes to Chelsea. Chelsea, do you want me? No. Then starts going to Bayern Munich. Do you want me? No. It's the desperation. We're in a nightclub and it's the end of the night. He's already asked 4 or 5 people. They've all said, go home alone. Night's over.
Very good analogy. I do like that one.
Yeah. Not speaking from experience either.
But I guess, okay, and I understand that. Like, I know all of the clubs that, they've approached and they've been in talks with. But it kind of, for me, it just boils down to fundamentally, like, if you want to leave, surely you would be doing, like, he's doing everything he can to, like, he wants to leave. Like, I don't have a chip on my shoulder saying, if you don't want us, I don't want you. Like, I'm not that kind of person. Call me a fool. But again, it just goes back to me supporting the club. I want us to do the best we can this season. Erik Ten Hag wants to keep him. We're going to be light up front with or without him, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing we can do now is keep him. For the season, just finish out your contract. You can leave next year.
You could also not be happy with him and still want him to stay. I think that's part of it as well.
Oh,
like,
can I be?
I'm not sitting
Can I be
here.
allowed to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
That's me.
Yeah. Because again, that's where the camp that I fall in. And again, with things being black and white, it's like, if you're unhappy with his actions, you must want him to leave. Like,
no, definitely don't want him to leave.
There's different shades of grey. So I'm not necessarily happy with what he's been doing this summer, but I'm with you. Yeah. Why would I want him to leave when otherwise we've got one striker? And Anthony Martial's had a good pre-season, but still Anthony Martial. It's a long season ahead.
Yeah.
We've got loads of games this year.
Yeah.
So I still want him to stay. I'm not going to be an advocate for him to leave. I do think that if, a month ago, I was saying if he wants to leave, let him go. That was a month ago, though. We're not any closer to bringing anyone else in. So why would you purposely leave yourself short, right?
Yeah. But then again, I think that's the Glazers' fault, so...
And Blue Dabba Dabba says the King plays today. Sue. It was a long sue. I didn't really commit to it.
Sue.
And I'm not going to be suing. When I'm not going to be doing that. Looking forward to seeing Garnacho and Martinez. Yes, let's talk about Lisandro Martinez actually, because of course he's going to be making his first appearance in the Manchester United shirt today. Yesterday, again, you said you didn't see the game, but yesterday we were attempting to play it out from the back a few times. It was not pretty. It was not pretty. But
wait, was it Lindelof? It was Lindelof and Maguire,
Lindelof and Maguire. Okay. There was an opening in the opening 60 seconds. Honestly, I will hold that up against anyone in terms of how not to play out from the back. It was, and that's everyone involved. That was Maguire, Lindelof, De Gea, all fumbled the ball.
Okay.
But
what about our left back, right back?
Malacia played really well yesterday. Dalot, I thought, did fine as well. But the positive to take out of the negative is that when you see the sort of bad playing out from the back at times, you would say, well, actually, that's why we bought Martinez. So someone that can play out from the back, someone that is comfortable. So if anything, it's just reassurance as to, oh, that's why we signed the guy. Yeah.
I mean, did it look like they would try... Again, I didn't watch the match yesterday. We don't want to talk too much about the match yesterday because those of you have probably already seen it. But did it look like they were trying?
Yes.
Like, did it look like they were trying to follow Erik ten Hag's instructions? Like, did it... Because, last season there was a lot of walking around and not really giving a shit. Like, what I want to know is, like, did it look as if they were trying to follow Erik ten Hag's instructions and just capitulating, or... like they were just like, oh, I just don't want to do this.
No, I don't think you can fault the effort, and that's what I said in my my fan view after the games. I don't think you can fault the effort, and we've seen that all through the preseason. I don't think Ten Hag would stand for that at this point. He's not an interim manager; he's permanently here, so he does have some say and sway in what he's saying. So I don't think you could fault the effort. I think some of them, it's still going to take a long time to get used to how he wants to play. It's radically different to what some of these players are used to. And to be honest, it's radically different to what some of these players are just capable of. Some of these players just aren't technically proficient enough to do what Ten Hag wants to do. He's going to have to make do with a lot of these players this season because...
Who do you think's not proficient enough for Erik ten Hag?
In terms of what he wants to do?
Yeah, out of the players, honestly, just give your honest... I'm interested to know.
I mean, people would say maybe De Gea in terms of playing out from the back. I would agree in terms of there are better keepers with better distribution out there, 100%. And I've always said that, but I've just said it's not the priority now.
Yeah.
Maguire, in terms of his ability to play out from the back, me and Flex had a bit of an argument about this the other day.
Oh, God.
Maguire, the Bailly thing.
What planet is Flex on?
Well, it's different strokes for different folks, to be fair. Because what Flex, I think, was trying to say, and it was proved yesterday with Maguire, crossfield pass, he can absolutely do it. He did it like 3 or 4 times.
A long
pinpoint, he can do that.
Under no pressure, though.
That's true.
Under no pressure.
That's true. Being comfortable on the ball, though, in terms of if someone presses him or you have to play in tight spaces, not so much. I think Bailly looks more comfortable. Therefore, I would say Bailly's better on the ball. But again, it's different strokes for different folks. I think, again... someone like Martinez is miles ahead of Maguire in terms of being better on the ball.
Yeah.
But I don't think Maguire played badly yesterday. I got accused of having an agenda. Again,
okay.
I didn't. I thought he missed a sitter. He should have scored. He missed a free header.
With this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he missed a free header. But I didn't think he played badly.
Do you know what I mean?
know, exactly. And Eriksen, it was his first corner. It would have been perfect. It would have been a moment, but whatever. So you could say maybe Maguire. McTominay, technically, he's just not up to snuff, I think, in what Ten Hag wants in midfield. Yesterday was a good game for him in the sense of it's people kicking each other. So that's what he can do.
There was a fight, right?
Fred got sent off. I don't know what Fred was doing yesterday. He played really well. What was strange is he played really well. And then he was already booked. In the last minute, he just decided to kick someone and then stamp on them.
Kick someone and then stamp on them?
Yeah.
Like, I sound like a clueless... Like, I sound like a fake United fan right now because I just did not watch anything yesterday. Like I said, I've just been completely out of it. But all I've taken from yesterday's fight is there was a fight. Hang on, wait. Fight, Slabhead missed a sitter. The hair wasn't good with his feet.
It was okay with his feet.
And a collar up.
Collar was up. And to be fair...
And Bruno apparently was like running around everywhere. I don't know.
I didn't get the Bruno. Some people were indifferent on how he played yesterday. We didn't play terribly, it must be said. We made chances. If we'd have taken our 2 biggest chances, we'd have won. And we deserved to. I don't think we deserved to lose. I think that result was harsh, but that's what you get when you play Atletico. You get scrappy games, a fight, they win 1-0.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what you get when you play Atletico. I wouldn't think it was totally negative. And Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die says, nah. You are being overly negative again. Lindy was class yesterday. Big Lindelof fan. And Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die.
I know.
Big Lindelof fan.
I'm a fan of the channel too. I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba Die. I frequently read your super chat comments about how much you love Lindelof.
Yeah. Big Lindy fan. I thought he was fine yesterday.
Have we found out if he's Swedish or not?
I think so.
I
think so.
I'm Blue Abba Dee Abba Die. Are you Swedish?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can let us know if you are, because
Yeah.
he was also saying a lot of positive things about Elanga yesterday. So I think so. That makes
Swedish.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Christian Eriksen also starts today. His first start. He came on yesterday and played pretty well. He looked very, again, comfortable, composed in midfield. And it is funny because free transfer, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way, guys. I've seen all this sort of negativity. Speaking of negativity, I've seen this negativity. People going, oh, yeah, United signed someone with a heart issue. Yeah, that's a great signing. It is a good signing. That I would.
It's great.
Don't let what happened at the Euros define Christian Eriksen, because if you are doing him no service whatsoever. And if anything, if you're going to define him as to what happened to him last year, define that he's playing now
within a year of dying.
Literally, clinically, for a few seconds, and coming back and playing for Manchester
Within
United in the Premier League.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to define him for anything, define him from that. Don't define him as to what happened to him.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's ridiculous. But anyway,
definitely. No, I'm happy. I'm happy with the signing. Definitely, I'm happy with him. Really grateful to have him in our midfield. I'm just worried about some of the other.
Look, he came on. He came on, and as players come out now to Old Trafford, Varane, the captain. I bet Flex is happy with that.
Yeah, definitely.
He's definitely happy.
Rolls Royce
Varane, even though it breaks down a lot. A lot.
I was going to say something, but I don't want to jinx it.
Go for it. I was doing a lot yesterday, and you know me, I believe in the jinx tremendously.
Oh my God, I have to tell you at halftime. Remind me to tell you a story about a jinx. But anyway, back to this. What would happen if Varane gets injured during this game? Who's going to be the captain? Who out of those players would you put the captain's armbands on? Because you can't.
Can't really put it on Ronaldo, can you?
That's what I'm saying. And look at the rest of them. I don't mean it like that. I mean, there are some junior, youth players in there, and players who haven't been. You
know what's crazy? Maybe Tom Heaton. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, because whilst he has come back to the club, he was there for a while. He came through the youth academy, elder statesman, backup goalkeeper, and it's not really too deep.
Martinez.
Falcao's as well playing for Rayo Vallecano today. Radamel Falcao, one of the jinx shirts that my dad has.
So do you want to do the lineup then?
Yes, once again, the lineup is Tom Heaton in goal. You've got Ethan Laird at right back, Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane, who captains the side as the centre-backs. Alex Telles as your left back. You then have in midfield James Garner and Donny van der Beek sitting. Taif Chong, Christian Eriksen and Alejandro Garnacho as your forward players. And Cristiano Ronaldo leads the line up front. It's not a bad side. People like Chong and Garnacho probably wouldn't be that close to the squad usually. And Ethan Laird, like I said, it's probably going to be his last game in a Manchester United shirt for a while. But there are interesting names there, exciting names.
Really exciting name. Looking forward to seeing Garnacho.
Yes.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing Garnacho play with Ronaldo. I bet that's going to be a big moment for him.
Yes.
Like massive moment.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that because in the Youth Cup final last year, he scored the penalty. He was doing the Sue.
Yeah.
Because he was training with Messi at international level, and then he was training at Ronaldo at club level. And there was this weird stuff about he put Ronaldo in his profile picture either on Instagram or Twitter, and then some Argentinian players unfollowed him or something. It was very weird. Very political.
Again, it's like either or. It's like black and white. You can be grey. It can be grey.
DJ's in the chat. Big up DJ with the super chat. DJ. Says, guys, please shout out my son. Is it Kylan? Is that how you pronounce it? Kylan, who's watching?
No, it's not Kylan.
Is that?
He told me his son's name the other week.
Kylan. Kylan. Kylan.
Oh, I don't know.
Can you spell it phonetically, DJ?
I feel really bad because me and DJ had a whole conversation. And I got him to pronounce the son's name twice because I was like, I didn't catch that. And then now I've forgotten. But
they're saying Dylan. So is it like Killen?
No, it's not Dylan. It definitely begins with a K.
That's what I'm saying. But is it like Dylan but with a K? So Killen.
Who would you call your child Killen?
I don't know. I don't know. My dad.
It's like Killian. Is it Killian?
I don't know.
Silly like that. Anyway.
It's not a C either. It wouldn't be like Silent or anything like that. My dad got my name while watching film credits. We're off. We kicked off.
Yeah, we kicked off. Here we go.
We're underway at Old Trafford. Final game of pre-season is underway. Oh, they're in straight away.
God.
They're in behind. Tom Heaton makes a save.
Well done, Tom Heaton.
I mean, that would have been the fastest pre-season goal ever. Imagine
that 14 seconds. Wow.
The Erik Ten Hag era.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
But do you know what? Yeah, that just shows how switched on, not our defence are, but Tom Heaton had to be. Like, he was just quick.
That was
He was
3
ready.
passes and they were in.
But you can come off Tom Heaton cannot come off his line in that situation.
They've changed the dugouts at Old Trafford as well. As the ball comes in from the corner, headed away by Martinez. He's too short to head the ball, apparently. I've had enough of that on social media.
He's number 6, isn't he?
Yes, number 6. And here
Who's
comes
this? No fucking
Garnacho.
around.
Oh, gives the ball away. I hate the Martinez. Oh, he's too short. Was he 5'9"?
I don't get that.
No, I don't get that. It's Arsenal fans, salty Arsenal fans.
What is it? It's what do they say? It's about not how. It's about the height, not the motion in the ocean.
I suppose something different.
No, what is it? It is, isn't it?
It's not about the size of the dog. It's about I don't know. There was something about.
Yeah, is that motion in the ocean?
Yeah, but I feel that's describing something else. I think that's a metaphor for something rude. It's not the size of the boat; it's the motion of the ocean.
Oh yes! Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, what's the height one? What's the height analogy? The height. It's not about. Forget it.
It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. There you go.
I mean, I've got a Chihuahua, and she barks like crazy.
Yeah, my dad's got a spoodle.
What is that? Oh, Spaniard.
Spaniel and a poodle. Yeah.
Spaniard poodle.
And they don't molt. There's no hair. Brilliant.
I need to be one of those.
Yeah, exactly. United are on the attack. Here's Ronaldo. Oh, nearly gave it through to Christian Eriksen. Ronaldo's first touch. If you can let us know what reaction Ronaldo is getting, that would be interesting as well.
Yeah, because we don't have audio.
No, exactly.
Right now, so
and you get used to this, but it is strange watching it with no sound, isn't it?
So this is for those of you this is like my first time watching a game with no sound. It's quite disorientating.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, I've got to be honest, I was quite nervous isn't the right word, anxious isn't the right word, but I do realise like how difficult a presenting job is, commentating job is. Because it's just like, how do you describe this? Like how I wouldn't even know where to begin.
You would say James Garner's just giving the ball to Rafael Varane, telling everyone to calm down, and then gives it back to James Garner once again. And then you would fire a question off, going, "Are you excited? The season starts in 7 days' time. We're playing Brighton this time next week."
Ooh. That's all I'd say. That's all I'd say.
That's what Gary Neville does.
Ooh, oh.
That's what Gary Neville does when he's on commentary. You always say, "Ooh."
Yeah. Oh no,
that
no,
kind of
no,
stuff.
no,
Yeah, exactly.
no.
Jamie Carragher there, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just playing it around from the back nicely.
Oh,
here.
I've just seen. Josh just messaged on WhatsApp.
Oh, did he? Brennan picked that up. Exactly.
All right, Josh. Take my water bottle off the table.
Oh, is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
I'm leaving mine on. Mine's got coffee in it.
Yeah, mine's got. This is coffee. Take the water bottle off.
Exactly. Red Baron with the super chat says, at the end of the day, we have a bold manager, so we finish at least third, if not second or first. Either or Marcel Faz, either or Marcel or Faz as well. That's an early either or.
Me?
Yeah.
I told you. What did I tell you before we went live? I love either ors, but not with people. Not about people. Gonna move in.
We've got to move in.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the genius of Josh. He can still direct and produce when he's a million miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcel Faz. I'm not going to let you get away with it. It's very harsh to ask people to pick people.
Yeah, people. I don't like picking people. I don't. You know, like.
Depends on your mood. I think depends on your mood. If you want to be positive, you would say Marcel. If you want to be negative, you'd say Faz.
I wasn't actually thinking that. I was thinking more. I'm going to pick Faz.
That's interesting.
Because I think Marcel will have an easier time with my decision.
That's good logic, actually.
That's my reasoning.
I do like that good logic, yeah.
Yeah.
Marcel would just brush it off and go,
yeah, he'd be like, oh, it's great.
It's fine.
It's great.
He poisoned me anyway.
Yeah, I heard. I was going to bring some fruit today, but
he poisoned me with some dodgy fruit. Although I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh no, Owen, it's just because you don't eat healthy."
Garnacho, come on.
Here comes Garnacho.
Garnacho, he's running like a madman.
Yeah, he's got pace.
Oh,
overdoes it.
Oh,
I think he clipped the defender's head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, I'm looking, as we're talking, like we're looking, right? We're watching, there's a lot of energy in the game. It's like these players, they look fresh. Like, by fresh, I mean like full of energy, you know?
They're playing for their spot, aren't they? You know, I think the people that played yesterday are clearly Ten Hag's starting 11. So this lot today, the majority of them, maybe apart from the new signings.
I was going to say, what do you mean? Martinez and Eriksen are in
Yeah,
there?
apart from the new signings, yeah. They're the ones that would be coming in. They just need minutes. But the rest of them...
Don't give me a heart attack.
They would be the ones, that they're trying to win the favour, curry the favour of Erik Ten Hag.
Curry favour.
Yes. I always try and, expand my vocabulary because I think it was very, very limited.
Oh, you don't have a limited vocabulary at all. You have a good vocabulary. So I have this thing. Here's something you didn't know about me. When I was younger, when I was like little, young, I used to read, if I couldn't sleep at night, I used to read the dictionary.
Really?
Yeah.
Another
From like A, I'd start at A. But no, and then I'd file it, I'd put a bookmark in it.
Really?
And then like, if I couldn't sleep, then, I'd get to whatever letter.
Would you recap it the next night when you come again?
No, I wouldn't recap.
So what did I learn last night?
No.
Yes, A's. Let me rattle off a load of A words.
No, I wouldn't recap. I'd just go from where, go from where I left off.
Used to read the dictionary.
Yeah.
Definitions as well?
Yeah. Definitions. Because it just annoys me when there are words that I don't understand. Like, I always try and... Oh, God, I sound like a geek. I should just better shut up.
Well, there's nothing wrong with, always trying to expand, whenever I read a book, which is rare, to be fair, but there's always words you go, I don't know what that means. Or if you're reading like an article online, you go, I don't know what that means. Look it up. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with asking someone, what does this word mean?
Oh, yeah, never, yeah.
Don't be ashamed.
There's nothing wrong with asking.
Exactly.
Prefer someone to ask. Don't be willfully ignorant.
Exactly. Erik Ten Hag says, rate United's transfer window out of 10 if we don't do any more signings. If we don't sign any more players, what's our window?
Well, do you remember my last rating?
What was it?
-7.
-7.
Yeah, it was -7.
It's very specific.
Yeah, CR7.
Oh, right, I see.
That's when we thought he would leave. But I don't know, if we rate it now as it is with no more signings. So Ronaldo stays.
Yes. I'm not very good at these kind of ones.
Well, if I get it's just like, you can't win, can you? Because I have a number in my head, but if I say it, some people are going to be like, "Oh, you're too negative."
Yeah.
But I've got high standards.
-6.
High standards now. I'd say 2, 3.
I think if it closed tomorrow, the transfer window, I'd probably rate it
a 3. I'd give it a 3.
Maybe a 4 or 5. We still need more players. Clearly, need another attacker. Right winger. I mean, you could make a case for signing 11 new players in all of the positions. That's never going to happen in the transfer window. Again, this is what I think is crazy about all of this. Is I remember when the manager was hired, we're going, it's going to take more than one transfer window to solve all of our issues.
Oh, of course it is.
And suddenly now it's a case of, why haven't we fixed all of our issues in one window? We're not going to.
Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting us to fix all our issues in one window. I still believe that, we've got more... Oh.
There we go. That is Falcao. Well, blocked by James Garner. Well played. Gives it out to Ethan Laird. I think the Spanish teams as well, must be said, are a bit shorter in their pre-season than us. They start later.
Yeah.
They're also sloppy ball. Here's Ronaldo.
Oh.
Got space to go into. What's the king going to do? Christian Eriksen.
I need to hear the audio, man. This is like...
Here's Eriksen. Garnacho. Cuts inside.
Come on.
What are you going to give it to? Ethan Laird. Give it to Chong. This is the patience we see from Manchester United. Nice little overlap. Puts it in. That's a corner. Good play.
That was good play. Good build up. Yeah,
like
definitely
that.
good build up play.
See, that's Ten Hag isms. That's Ten Hag ball a little bit. Passing the ball. I know it's a low bar for Manchester United.
Yeah, pass the
ball. But the thing is, that's where we have been. Pass the ball. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's a corner to Manchester United. Garnacho looks like he's going to take it. Or was that Tellez? I think it's Tellez. I tell you what, I hope Martinez scores a header. Because people are saying he's too short.
Yeah, that'll shut people up.
I hope so.
What's he, 5'9"?
5'9", yeah. I mean, I'm taller than him.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, let's just...
Oh, edge of the box. Oh. Nearly ricocheted to Eriksen. Yeah, I'm taller than 5'9". I'm like 6'2", 6'3".
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I am. I am.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, I'm sorry. We're like the same height, and I'm not 6'2".
I'm definitely taller than you. I told you my posture's terrible.
You're not 6'2".
If I stand up straight.
We need a ruler, and not for that.
I can't believe you're calling me a liar.
You're a liar. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm
mistaken.
I'm calling you vertically challenged.
Unbelievable. Can't believe it. Devastated. I definitely am.
Did we run through the lineup of
Rayo Vallecano?
Yeah.
No.
No, okay.
But, I mean, the players that really stand out is Falcao. I was going to hope that Bebe was playing because he used to play for United, probably one of the worst signings ever, but he's not. He used to play for Rayo Vallecano. I don't know if he's still in their squad or not. But Falcao, who's also the number 3 for Rayo Vallecano, which I believe is a tribute to his father or his mother, one of his parents that passed away. So there you go. Here is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's in the box. Fires it over the bar. It was a chance. But the crowd,
they're clapping.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
Clapping.
And how could it? I mean, if they were booing him in over that or cheering like, hey, that would be ridiculous. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
It just stemmed from a short pass. Donny van der Beek drives forward. He actually touched the ball, Donny.
Okay, I was just going to say something, right, before you made that sarcastic comment.
About Donny.
So in pre-season, been watching like the other games. I've seen a few mentions that, you know, he's invisible in games and he's hardly on the ball and things like that. But I do think that Donny van der Beek offers something in the sense that, bloody hell, God, Martinez is like a rabid dog.
He's the butcher. That's where he gets the name.
He creates space, Donny van der Beek. Like, he's often, I think that some of his best moments have been when he's like dragged like defenders away to leave space for other people to run into. He's really, really good. That's just my personal opinion.
I think he runs into space well, and he's got really good movement off the ball. His issue
off the ball. He's great off the ball.
He makes really good runs, and sometimes he doesn't get picked out, and that means he's anonymous in games.
Yeah.
But you would then say, okay, if that is the case, then you still do have to impact the game. So go and find the ball in that case. Keep making the runs.
Yeah.
But as it gets to like 60 minutes, you would go, well, you're going to get substituted if you're not touching the ball that much.
Okay, but then my question to that would be like positionally, like Erik ten Hag's quite not rigid, but you know. I don't think he'd like the fact that what Bruno did, or what Bruno does quite often is, you know, when he doesn't get the ball, he drops deeper. He's right back, left back, midfield, like wing, like he's everything. He's everywhere. If he's not getting the ball, he chases it. But that just leaves him kind of like positionally vulnerable. And I'm just thinking with Donny van der Beek, like maybe that's his thing is like, I'll just stick.
Well, maybe, as you mentioned, maybe Ten Hag understands what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
So maybe that threshold is a little bit higher. So he'll say, no, he's not playing badly. We're just not finding the ball.
That's exactly what I think,
Yeah. Possibly. Red Baron with the super chat says, I'm 5'9". I feel like I've always been average. Crying emojis. I think 5'9" is relatively tall, isn't it? I mean, I suppose actually, to be fair, not that I'm calling you average. I think that is an average height.
For a man?
For a man. Like 5'9".
Is it 5'9"? I'd be interested to know what the average height for a man in the UK is.
I think it's
and
around,
a woman, actually.
It's around, I want to say it's around sort of... Is 6 foot tall? Yeah, maybe it's like 6 foot.
No, I think like... I think it's average male in the UK, I think it's 5'10".
Yeah.
And then, I wonder what the female is.
Like 5'8", 5'7", something like that?
No, are you joking? That's like...
Is that tall?
That's tall.
I'm
thinking like 5'4" average.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
That is quite short,
clueless.
Isn't it? If someone said I'm 5'4", I'd go, that's quite short.
For a female, though? Ooh. Was that Shorotiri?
It was Taif Chong.
Oh, God, Chong, sorry.
I'm just thinking about heights now. I'm thinking of one of those charts, one of those things, one of those lineup things. And they have that. I get very easily
like a mugshot?
Yeah, like a light up. And all of those heights. That's what I'm thinking about. David Lee saying 5'6". Is that how high? Is that how tall you are, or that's the average height? Red Brown says 6 foot is not average. No way. I might be wrong. Oh, here we go. Twerk for Work, what a name that is, says average is 5'8" for a male.
Wow.
That does sound about right, isn't it?
What? But I'm like 5'7"3/4.
So you're tall for a female?
I don't think I'm that tall. I think it's the hair.
I think I would think I'm considered tall, I think. I'm above average height-wise,
I
clearly.
still don't believe.
Oh,
he's
cut back.
6'2".
Ooh. I said that clearly, like I was so confident clearly.
Look, Varane was a bit.
Ooh. Nearly.
Varane was a bit slow to get up there, off the ground. Did
He
you
always
see?
is.
It's just like
He always is.
It was a struggle for him to get up.
I mean, this is the concern with him, isn't it?
Did you just see that? This is what I'm fucking talking about. Excuse me, now I'm getting... Like, Varane's standing there with the ball, and he's patient with it. He's, like, holding on to the ball because he's trying to play out from the back. And he's, like, waving his arms in the air like there's no one to fucking pass to. Everybody's hiding behind players.
What do you think it's been like for him the last 12 months? I mean, obviously, like, injuries aside and all that kind of stuff. The culture shock, as in going from a team in Real Madrid where for a decade it's about winning the league, winning the Champions League on multiple occasions, to Manchester United, worst Premier League season ever. Like, what must he think? What a ball that is. Christian Eriksen.
That pass
Beautiful.
from Christian Eriksen.
And here's Garnacho. That's a foul. He pulled back. He's been wrestled to the floor. Play on. Ronaldo still goes. Is he going to cut it back? No, it's not there. Headed back by Chong. That's cleared. Christian Eriksen.
That pass.
See, no other player for United's doing that.
That pass
no other player
was
for United's doing
insane.
it. Exactly. That's what he offers. That's why yesterday I was saying he's got to start against Brighton. McTominay, no disrespect, is not doing that pass. He does not have the ability to, or the vision, or whatever. No. You can still see Josh. Josh is
I'm like looking at what's Josh saying now.
But yeah, that's what Eriksen offers. Again, immediately he comes into our team and he's immediately the best midfielder, the best technical midfielder in our squad, by far. Thrown to United, here's led, and Chong gives it back to Ghana, who I'm happy to see play. Actually, he missed a load of the pre-season through injury.
Yeah,
I think there was a lot of discussion as to won't he go back out on loan. I don't know if he will. I don't know if we can afford to. Oh, nearly a free ball by Eriksen. I don't think we can afford to loan him out. We haven't got that many players. And Forest, they're signing loads of players. They've signed like 13 players this summer.
shut up, haven't they?
Yeah, including Henderson, Lingard, Jay Lings in Nottingham.
Oh God, J-Lings. That was what the jinx was about. Oh God, I'll tell you in a half time.
What the jinx was
The
about
jinx.
Lingard?
Yeah, it was about Lingard.
No. Yeah, I was doing it a lot yesterday with the jinx. Like corners were coming in, I go, we'll clear this, and all that kind of stuff. It was not ideal. I really believe in it. I'm becoming more superstitious, I think, as I'm getting older. To the point, it's bad.
No, it's not bad.
But I've always been like that.
Some of the top sports stars are really superstitious. Look at Nadal.
What does he do?
You should Google it. It's really interesting. Well, I say I'm interested in stuff like this. Like he'll bounce the ball a certain number of times.
Oh yeah, when
then he goes like this,
yeah.
but he does it. I think it's like the left, the right. Then he wipes his brow,
Yeah.
and it's like all in order.
They all have their
They
routines
all have
for
their
serves,
things.
don't
There's
they? Yeah.
a female tennis player who only accepts balls from the left.
Oh, really?
Boys. Yeah. She doesn't take them from the right, and then the ones that she doesn't want. It's just crazy.
That
so
is
yeah,
crazy.
I'm like really into superstition.
I'm like that though. I used to be like that, not playing football. I don't think I had any real superstitions when I was playing football. But sometimes when I leave the house,
Well, you wouldn't want Fletch touching your goalpost.
No, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I tell you what, this is a true story as well. This is after a game. When I was a kid, I played a friendly, and it was for a new team. I'd never played for this team before. They'd sort of like scouted me and said they wanted me to play for them. So I played this friendly. We did fine. I think we won. And afterwards, young enough, I was young, so obviously your dad takes you around everywhere to the friendlies and all that kind of, all the games. And it's been given to Chong. Terrible playing out from the back. Oh. An opportunity.
This is what I'm saying. Sorry, my commentary is just like, ooh.
Yeah. So the game finished, and I was putting my stuff in the back of his car, my gloves, my bag. He had a big BMW X5 at the time, so they're big cars. And I put my stuff in. He slams the boot. I go to walk away, and I get pulled like that. I can't. What's going on? All of my fingers were trapped in the boot of the car, and I went like that. I went.
Show me your hands.
I went. No, they're fine. There's no marks on them. They didn't. None of them were broken either.
Jesus, what are you made of?
And so it got slammed in, and I went. My fingers are. You've slammed my hand in the boot.
Were you really calm? You were like, my hands are.
Well, yeah, because I think it was like shock. I think it was like. So
Okay.
I went. You slammed my hand in the boot, and he went. What are you doing? What are you talking about? I went. My hands.
My fingers.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it was one of those boots as well, where because it was like like electronic, one of those ones. You couldn't actually open it because it was sort of saying it was like shut but not shut, so you couldn't unlock it.
Wow.
Eventually, clearly, you got my hand out. Oh, this is when I remove all my fingers. Imagine that. I went, none of them are real. But ball whipped into the box. Oh, I thought I was in. It's not.
That was a hard cross. That was a hard cross to defend, though. I thought it was a hard cross to defend. That angle was quite.
But I didn't even go to the hospital either. We were driving back, and my dad said, "Do you want to go to the hospital, or do you want to go to McDonald's?"
And you were
I went, "McDonald's."
I want a Big Mac.
Oh, I don't like Big Macs. They're horrible.
I don't like Big Mac. I haven't had McDonald's since I was 14 years old. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, haven't had it.
Were you a vegetarian?
Absolutely not. I would never be a vegetarian. No, I just haven't had McDonald's. Bit more about me. Happy to talk about it. Had an eating disorder, quite a severe one.
Yeah.
When I was younger. And I'm healthy now, but one of the things that I've never really been able to kind of get back into is fast food. So yeah, like no Burger King, no McDonald's.
Donnie cuts it back.
That final pass.
That's not a bad thing. They're terrible for you.
I know, but don't get me wrong. Like I'm completely fine now, and like I'll eat kind of supermarket pizzas, and that was nasty. That was a bit nasty.
That was nasty by Ghana. That was like a drop kick.
What, wrestling? Was that wrestling?
Yeah, it was SummerSlam last. That was a really bad tackle. That was proper.
That was fucking awful.
That's a strong yellow. A very strong yellow.
Not a green then.
I was saying that yesterday.
Yeah.
I want to introduce the green card. Sin bins should be real in football. Clean up the game.
Recycling.
Exactly.
Oh, he's got a yellow. So James Garner's on a yellow.
Yeah.
The tackle was not great at all. A sliding challenge.
It's true though with all of that, because I saw something in the news. They were saying about males that there's a big thing about males at the moment in terms of like being fit for the gym or whatever, but it's become almost sort of toxic in terms of like the whole body image kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously it's well known about like females and about models and stuff like that, but on the male side of things they were saying with like the Instagram culture and all that kind of stuff, seeing like people, the gym bros, and realizing, look, people just don't look like that, they don't.
Normal people don't look like
that. People do come in all shapes and sizes. The hardest and toughest battle is learning to love yourself, my friends.
Yes, something that I'm still working on. I think we all are in life. Yeah. Life's
a journey. It's a constant journey. Oh, it's the Lionesses today as well, isn't it?
I know. So Flex messaged me the other day. He was like, "Hey, Steph, fancy doing a match for you?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." On Sunday. I was like, "Oh man," because obviously the was it England Germany?
Yeah.
What time is it on?
I think the kickoff is in maybe about half an hour. I want to say, you can let us know in the chat. I think it's 5 o'clock or something like that. And obviously once the game is on, you can let us know how it's going.
Yeah.
I know it's a big deal because my mum messaged me, and she doesn't like football, but she was like, "Oh, go the Lionesses." She doesn't talk like that, but she was like, "Go Lionesses." Go Lionesses. Yeah, and I go, "Oh, that is a big deal if my mum's involved."
I mean, the irony of it, if they were to win against Germany today and bring it home.
I hope so. Be great for women's football. We've seen all of the sold out stadiums. We've seen the coverage, national press.
That match against Sweden.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh my God. Like some of those goals were just incredible.
Ball whipped in for Rayo Vallecano from a corner. It's Falcao on the penalty spot. Blocked. Zayn Miasi's back with his mum's credit card.
Hi, Zayn.
Of course, says, "We beat Seville 6-0, and you can't beat this pub team." It's been 25 minutes, in fairness, Zayn. Jesus on the way to be top goal scorer this season. Fine, Zayn. Keep it coming. I mean, clearly, it's quite impressive, actually, to be fair, Arsenal, because I don't know a team that's won the Premier League in pre-season before. Unbelievable. Very impressive, let's be honest.
In fact...
They've won the league already. And the thing is, as well, you're not even top of the league at the moment. It's gone to Bournemouth. So when you play, who's they playing on Friday? Forget Palace.
Why has it gone to Bournemouth?
Because they're alphabetically ahead. It's AFC Bournemouth and they're AR.
They've lost their top spot.
So the one time they were going to be top of the league, they're not anymore. Not all season. Neither are United, by the way, but still.
Yeah.
They had one of their best seasons last season.
When's the last time we were top of the league? And I don't mean won the Premier League. Was it under Ollie like 2 years ago when we were top of in January around Christmas time?
I think we might have been technically top for like a day or something like that, maybe.
It's a day. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, exactly. Stop the season now.
Stop.
Yeah.
Give us the cup.
Yeah. I don't even know if we probably were. You can let us know in the live chat. But yeah.
So Owen, my question to you is, because obviously we're talking, we're watching, and that.
Mm-hmm.
Ronaldo's fitness.
Yeah.
And by fitness, I mean I mentioned this the other week, and someone got their knickers in a twist in the comments, saying, "Oh, fit doesn't mean having abs," and I was like, "Okay, I'm talking about fitness as in
match fitness."
Yes, match fitness. He seems to be struggling a bit.
Ronaldo,
compared to the other players, because they're younger, I guess, and they're more energetic. But he's not 100%. You can clearly see that.
Yeah, and you wouldn't expect him to be, like you were saying. He hasn't played minutes. I mean, he's even when he is fully fit, as he's on the ball now, gives a free ball. Oh, it would have been perfect timing. Oh, nearly put in Eriksen. He always picks his moments now because he's older. He's not like before. He's not 100 miles an hour for the entirety of the game. He picks his moments. Van der Beek wins it back and gives it away.
To be fair, I mean, yeah, he anticipated the pass, but is it Chong? Chong should have been more aware.
So Amy Assey's back once again. He's given me a jab back. Says, Owen, you still have a fridge as captain, and we have the Norwegian Zidane as our captain. Saliba is levels ahead of Varane and Martinez.
I mean, to be fair to Zayn,
I mean, the starting bit, it's fine, Zayn. I'm all for the pre-season confidence, because when you lose to Palace on Friday next week, the meltdown will come.
What do you mean, fridge as captain? Varane is captain today.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? We've got Rolls Royce as captain.
And they've got the Norwegian Zidane and Martin Odegaard as their captain. I mean, look, I was saying this before the stream started. I remember last year, and it's funny how people have short memories. I remember last year, people's predictions about the Premier League. Chelsea were going to win the league. We were going to challenge, right, because of our summer signings. People were writing off, in fairness, people were writing off Arsenal. They lost their first 2 games, and it all ended completely differently. And then people, when I start talking about this, people go, "Oh, you're negative. You ruined the fun of getting excited for pre-season and all this for the season ahead." But it's true though, because people can be also so confident about the season ahead. No one knows what's going to happen, and chances are the one thing you can predict this season is it'll probably be Man City or Liverpool that win the league. That's the only thing. But you never know. You never know with that.
You never know, but the probability is high. It's a high probability. I just, It
was like a load of flares going off in the crowd there. Very passionate. Tabaslow says Odegaard is so hyped. I look at all the social media stuff, all that kind of stuff. Like yesterday, for instance, this was a great example. So it was the Community Shield yesterday, and you had Haaland and Núñez. People have been slagging off Núñez all season, right, or pre-season for missing chances. He's missed all these chances, all that kind of rubbish. He played well yesterday. He scored. Haaland missed some chances yesterday. Oh, Haaland's rubbish now. It's like, well, they're not rubbish, clearly, are they? Ball comes in for Rayo Vallecano, cleared by United.
Rolls Royce is there.
He's there. Didn't get injured either doing it. It's quite impressive.
I was going to say something. I was going to say if that was Harry Maguire, I missed the ball anyway.
You're being overly negative. You've got an agenda.
I mean, no, I do have an agenda. Guys, hands up. I've got an agenda against Maguire. Can't stand the bloody
Josh
food.
is in the chat, says, smells flary out here. We did see that. There was like flares going off, seems to be in the crowd. And this happened yesterday.
By Josh, do you mean vegetarian Josh?
Yes, Josh is vegetarian. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has their own
There's
choices.
nothing wrong with being vegetarian, but when you eat bun and cheese for your whole life and no vegetables, Josh is a vegetarian who doesn't eat vegetables, so he just eats bread
and Ritz crackers. He likes Ritz crackers.
Ritz
there are other crackers available
and cheese
and pizzas. He likes pizzas
with no meat or veg.
But I'm in. Oh, Chong edge of the box blocked. Eriksen. I'm in no position to say anything though, because I'm the fussiest eater.
Are you?
Oh.
Well, you don't eat fruit.
Terrible. That's a lie. I do eat some fruit. Blueberries.
Okay.
Bananas. I mean, I say I eat them.
You eat the boring ones.
I can't eat them.
You don't eat the ugly fruit.
I eat blueberries every day.
Have you tried ugly fruit?
What is that? Is that an
Jamaican? It's like a Jamaican.
I thought it was an Australian thing.
An ugly fruit?
Yeah.
It's really nice. Ugly. It's like a. The ugly oranges. They're called ugly as in like UGLI.
Is it ironic? Are they not ugly at all?
They're juicy.
Oh.
Juicy. Very, very juicy.
No, I mean, I thing is, I'm just not open-minded enough to try new things either. I've made my mind up on every food I do or don't like already.
Before you even tried it?
100%.
Okay, so give me some... What, anchovies?
No, I don't like those. Are they fish?
Yeah, those little
Yeah, I don't
fish.
know. I don't like them.
Do you like any fish?
Yes, I like cod. I like mackerel. I've tried sea bass. I wouldn't go out my way to have it, but I would eat
love
it.
sea bass. What about tripe? Or trout, even. Sorry.
Trout. I don't know if I've had that. I've also have the mindset that all fish taste the same. I think fish tastes like fish.
Jesus Christ.
But that's true. I don't think I've...
Very limited taste buds,
Oh,
haven't you?
absolutely. They are completely dead from years of turkey Twizzlers as a kid. Like, that is it.
I'm quite open to trying new foods.
I'm not.
I say quite. I'm very open to trying new foods.
Sushi, don't like that.
I love sushi.
Nope.
Love sushi.
Not for me. Nothing like that.
I'm allergic to shellfish, so I can only really have the salmon or the tuna, but still love sushi. So.
Rayo Vallecano on the counter-attack.
Oh, nutmeg.
And cleared by Varane once again. Yeah, I'm just not open-minded enough for that. I'm not very cultured either, I think, as well. That's what it is too. And the thing is, I've got better. Like, I consider I've got better when it comes to my palate. I've had to force myself to open it up more. I like avocados.
What about baba ganoush? Do you like baba ganoush?
No idea what you said.
I'll have to take you for some baba ganoush one day.
What is that?
It's like a dip, like I don't want to say. Oh, I'm generalizing here, like a Middle Eastern, not Arab, like Middle Eastern dip.
Oh.
Of
that well Ethan led. It's a dip.
Yeah, it's
is
a
it
dip.
Spicy?
No. It's quite slimy. It's like tomatoey baked aubergine. It's nice. Do you like aubergines?
I don't know.
Eggplants.
I don't know.
You've never had one.
Because I think I have, but it was in something and I forget what it was called. It was
Moussaka?
No, it was in this pub and it was like no, that's not it. It was a cantaloupe that I had. It's different, I think.
Oh my God.
Either way, I didn't like it. I didn't like the texture. It was very stringy.
Stringy.
Yeah.
Oh, so have you had ladyfingers?
Is that an illness?
Sorry. Okra.
No. Again, I've never heard that word before. Okra.
So ladyfingers and okra are like the same thing?
No.
But some people call it... Oh, look.
No.
Okay, so Mr. Ten Hag's telling people to calm down. He's not very happy here.
Yeah, maybe saying...
He's looking at them like, you fucking idiots. He's literally like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck are you doing?
We've got nearly over 800 people watching. Smash a like on the like button. See if we can get to 500. A lot of people are saying OMG Owen because I don't know any of these foods.
Yeah, I know.
Dilbus, who's a member of the UV Members Club, says, Owen, you look like a fish and chip guy. How could you tell?
Do you know what I was going to say to you? You look like a sausage and mash guy. That's what you
I
look
don't like mash.
Fucking hell. Like, what the fuck do you like? So you like chips, but you don't like mash?
Yeah.
Do you like roast potatoes?
Yes.
Do you like baby boiled new potatoes?
No, don't like them. Don't like the texture.
So it's about texture for you.
It's about everything. It's about everything. It's about even that and like for me, obviously the smell and taste is connected.
Oh, this is interesting. No.
It's a drinks break, isn't it?
But you missed it.
What
we need the audio. This is why we need the audio. Erik Ten Hag and Ronaldo were just having a little chat and it looked very... there was lots of gesticulating.
That's Ronaldo, isn't it? That's what he does.
With Erik Ten Hag as well.
Yeah.
Doing this.
You're doing really well, mate.
He's like...
You're doing really well, mate.
Oh, I wish we had audio.
Listen. Now, I think with the food, smell and taste is connected, isn't it? In terms of, your senses.
It is, yeah.
I am of the opinion of, like, if I don't like the smell of something, I can't eat it. Like, just because it will taste how it smells for me.
If you don't like the smell of that, then you won't eat it.
Yeah, not at all.
Sorry. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
But wait, but how would you know that if it smelled bad, it could still taste nice?
I don't think it can. I really don't. I'm like, no. It's linked. That's a foul.
Oh.
Got to be a foul. It was a good save either way, but it was a foul.
How is that not a foul?
Foul on
you
Ethan
took the
Laird.
shot anyway.
10 minutes to go till half time. 35 minutes gone. Still Manchester United 0, Rayo Vallecano 0. No real chances as well. So this is what happens with the match views as well. Is that if there's not a lot going on, just talk about whatever.
Just talk about all the foods,
Yeah,
textures.
Exactly. And of course at half time we'll be playing either or. So get your either ors in. David Lee says only eat some tripe and black pudding. I don't like black pudding.
Who said that?
David Lee, big up the mods as always.
What?
Yeah.
What about? I'm trying to think of foods that you wouldn't know.
If it's like even the slightest bit obscure, the chances are one, I won't have had it, or two, I don't like it. No chance.
Do you like eggs?
Yeah, but I had to
Like scrambled, boiled, fried.
I had to get used to them.
Jesus Christ!
I didn't like them as a kid. I like fried eggs now. I like scrambled eggs, boiled eggs. I don't think so.
Oh, I love.
You know, like if people show up and they've got their lunch and they've got like eggs in like a salad or something. Don't like that.
I'll tell you what. I work in my day job. So I work in the TV industry, TV producer, and I tell you what, boiled eggs are your best friends.
Yeah.
If you work in telly, because if you're out on location and you're like I say shooting as in filming, and it's cold and you're freezing and you're on the top of a mountain, you got boil yourself 2 eggs, and you've got hand warmers.
Go on, actually cut it back. Tellers cuts it back, edge of the box, Laird, have a shot. Oh, it was not great. I always assumed that with TV stuff, there was always the truck. Unless you're on location, of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're on location, and if you're in the middle of nowhere, if you're in Sweden,
bouncing around all over the
if you're in Sweden visiting Ambladubadai, and
yes.
it's cold, do you know what I mean? You get yourself 2 boiled eggs, put them in your pocket, you've got hand warmers, and when you're hungry, you just peel them and eat them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't know what I'd do actually with that.
Yeah.
It would. I'd pack my own. Clearly, something.
What would if you had your lunchbox, right? Because you sound like you are a fussy eater.
I am.
So, like, what would be in your school lunchbox? First of all, what would it be on there? Would it be like a Marvel, like you'd have a lunchbox and it would be like
drinks holder
with a Marvel, like one of those like a school lunchbox
with my name on the back.
Yeah, exactly. Owen.
What did I have as a kid? I didn't like sandwiches as a kid. Yeah, and I don't know. Honestly, the most bizarre primary school I used to go to because they wouldn't let you go back out to lunch to play if you hadn't eaten your sandwiches. I'd eat everything else in it, but I was like, I don't like sandwiches.
Wait, you eat the contents of? I don't understand.
They were just like, so if I opened up a lunchbox, they'd be like, say, like sandwiches, packet of crisps, and some. That might be it, but whatever. And I'd be like, I don't like the sandwiches, and they would be like, well, you can't go back out then to play football. But I don't like them. But then
do you like bread?
Yeah, I like sandwiches now.
No, but like I'm saying, at the time you liked bread, and then you liked chicken or whatever was in it. So did you just eat them separately?
No, I don't know why. I just didn't like them. Yeah.
You're an enigma.
I am. Ball comes into the box from Rayo Vallecano. No one in there. Tellez deals with it. I remember once, this was horrible as well. Like I said, I wasn't big on sandwiches anyway. And it was like the summertime. We'd had a barbecue the night before. There was food left over. So my mum said to my oldest sister, make Owen's sandwiches for school. And she went, okay. She saw some sausages left over from the barbecue. So she thought, I'm going to make Owen a sausage sandwich for lunch.
Sandwich.
Yeah, great. What she didn't realise is they were my mum's Weight Watchers sausages. And they were basically one of those ones where they're full of like spices and...
You don't like spicy food either, yeah.
Yeah, and they were full of like, horrible. I thought I was going to be sick.
So,
And I've clearly never let that go.
But you like sausages now?
I do.
Non-spicy sausages?
Yeah, I like sausages.
So my next question to you then is, if you were to take a girl out on a date...
Yeah.
What restaurant would you take her to? And do not fucking say Nando's or McDonald's.
No. I tell you what.
Tom Heaton trying to be a sweeper keeper, but he kind of
missed the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have a look. I'd ask what she liked.
No, wrong.
You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you can if you want to, but I mean, I think women appreciate a guy. Do you know what? Let's not even get into that.
I'd be like, well, do you like, if it was sushi?
No, I'd say what cuisine?
Do you like sushi? And she'd be like, no, but like, good. I don't like it either. We're not going there. It was a test.
No, of course you'd be like, okay, what cuisine do you like? But that's about it. You're not like, where do you want to go? You pick a place. What about this place? What about that place? It's like, just you deal with it.
Fat Dom says, Owen, is the game that bad? There's not a lot going on.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry,
There isn't a lot going on.
Literally.
It's very pre-season friendly vibes, guys. That's what it is at the moment. You know, definitely. You can tell some of these players haven't played a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
and that's both sets because they haven't played many games either. Rayo Vallecano.
It's quite a disjointed. There's not. I wouldn't say a complete lack of understanding between the players, but yeah, it's. You know, people are passing to ball. I say some of our players are passing balls into spaces, expecting players to run into them. And what? Did you just see that?
Martinez did very well. That ball to him was absolutely terrible. Controlled it really well, and passed it on nicely. I like him. Martinez.
Is that your verdict?
Yeah.
You've seen it. You've seen enough.
I've seen enough.
You're like KG.
I like him.
You're just like, yeah, KG.
KG on the comps. Well, Martinez, there was a scout report. It's up on the channel of Martinez from the scout, and it's not KG. They're different people, and it's very good. I'd recommend.
What's the scout's name?
The scout.
He's just called the scout.
The scout. He doesn't need a name. He's an enigma. He's a sensation.
Scout has a name. Can't we give the scout a name? So we don't say KG.
Well, I don't know why you would say KG. They're different people.
Well,
that's
they're
a foul.
People, then
different people. Do they can just be the scout?
I wonder what his middle name is.
What, the scout?
No.
Or KG's?
KG's middle name.
I don't know. Some people don't have them, do they?
I find that quite strange.
Yeah, it's quite strange. I know
I
a
find
few.
that quite strange.
I know a few that have had them, but that don't have them rather.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but.
What's your middle name, or do you have more than one?
I only have one.
Samuel.
No.
John.
No.
Owen.
I mean, we might be here a while. Begins with an L.
Liam.
No.
Lissandro.
Could you imagine? That's why I like him. Oh, United. See, that's what the game's been like. Ball bouncing around a lot, all over the place. Garnacho, when he's been on the ball, has been lively. Got a bit of pace to him. Ethan Laird's played quite well. Eriksen's done some nice passes. But a bit like it was yesterday, and this was kind of the game yesterday, was that at points we play the ball around quite nicely. Get into the final third, wrong decision, give the ball away, wrong pass, starts all over again. And they do the same. They pass it around a little bit nicely, they give the ball away, and we start over again. Yeah,
but the difference is that we're like at the end of our pre-season and they've just started their pre-season.
That's very true. Well, here comes Garnacho, flies past the defender. Now, where's your pass? Gives it to Chong. They've sort of got back in position, and Chong just smashes it over the bar. Yeah. That kind of sums up the first half, that.
For me it looks as if... Hang on, let's
a lot of people say names. A lot of people said Luke, Leroy. Could you imagine if it was Lionel as well, like Messi?
Lionel.
Lucas, Leonard. It's not. They were all incorrect.
Okay, let me think. So those were incorrect.
I don't know what the prize would be for those that do get it, but.
What do you mean those? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
But if you get it in the chat or whatever, I don't know. I'll follow you on Twitter. Not that that means anything.
The prize.
Unless you know me and you know my middle name anyway, that's cheating.
Okay, hang on.
In which case you're disqualified.
Are you sure? So it begins with L. Is it an English name? Like it's not a foreign. It's not a foreign. But it's not.
I think it's more typical for another country's.
Welsh.
Yes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite a big hint, I think.
Llewellyn.
No. Oh, could you imagine? No disrespect if your name's Llewellyn.
What am
Rayo Vallecano just passing it around nicely. Well, Tenag does not look happy. He's shouting. That's the face of a guy that realises we're meant to be playing in 7 days at the start of the season. You know.
Do your Tenag. I like your Tenag impression.
I think it's pressure at work. He says A lot, doesn't he? World Cup. Big game. World Cup. Eh? World Cup. Eh? I'm short here. Eh?
I'm glad you picked up on that, though, because I was beginning to, it made me feel quite uneasy the way he says A lot. I'm not complaining.
Someone got it. Pyramid scheme. Lloyd. Correct.
Lloyd.
Yeah. If you want to follow on Twitter, I will. But
Lloyd.
You don't get that much out of it.
So you only got one. I've got 3.
Do you?
Middle names.
Oof.
Do you want to have a crack?
Wow, yeah. I mean,
it's half time.
It's half time. 0-0. That's how great the game is.
Woo! Half
That's how
time.
great the game is. It's half time. It's 0-0. Manchester United 0, Rayo Vallecano 0. To sum up that half, nothing really happened.
So we spoke about middle names and food.
Yeah, so we spoke about middle names, food, lionesses, everything under the sun. Get your either ors in because that's the fun part of match views as well. But it feels very pre-seasony, doesn't it? This feels, if this was the first game of pre-season, you would go, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The issue is that
definitely.
it's not.
No, I know. But then we have to remember that, this is, I want to say Eric Ten Hag's B team. But a lot of the players who are playing today are less experienced. I don't know. They don't seem like they just don't seem like they gel.
Did anyone stand out for you?
Garnacho made a really good Eriksen.
Yeah, I was going to say
Eriksen's pass. That pass.
Yeah, a couple of good passes. Garnacho, like I said, when he was on the ball, was quick. His final pass, like everyone, was off.
Yeah, it was definitely off. But I think exactly he was like, it's almost as if he was getting himself, winning the ball back, getting into good positions, passing well. But if he received the ball in the final third, it looked as if he was too scared to make the wrong pass.
Yeah.
Like a child who's like scared of disappointing their parents.
Yeah.
There was one pass towards the end of that first half. I was waiting for him to make the pass to Chong, and he was dilly-dallying as if he didn't have any conviction really. But I think that will grow as he gets more experience.
There's a lot of love for Garnacho in the chat, saying Garnacho, flames emoji. A lot of people saying take off Chong as well. It wasn't a good half for Chong, I think.
No.
Certainly. WB Tunga. I'm great with these names. Football Focus, I roll. Is Garnacho showing to Ten Hag that the left side is his over Rashford? You would think Rashford will start next weekend, but Garnacho is a strange one because everyone was expecting big pre-season for him, big season ahead, but he didn't play at all.
No.
There were quite a few conspiracy theories about that as well.
But why were you expecting him to play
in
every pre-season game?
But I thought he would have played at least a minute. He played 0. He played nothing. He travelled all around the world for the experience of it. I mean, there were some rumours, and again, there was a report saying that a certain player, they didn't name the person, but a certain player was late to a meeting, so he was going to play and he was dropped. Yeah. And people were going, that was Garnacho. No one knows whether it's him, but I think the connection people were putting is that he didn't play any. He played no minutes of pre-season, so maybe he would have been involved in that. But also, he's a really young player. So maybe it is just about the experience.
How old is he?
I think he's like 18, 17.
Okay.
So, this was his first pre-season tour. It's a big deal he's playing today with some of the players that he's playing with.
Yeah,
but he looks promising. I think he's only got a year left on his contract as well, which is worrying. Big clubs sniffing around him. What
would you do? Would you...
Got to give him a new deal, haven't you? The problem is that with the youngsters, you don't want to give too much too soon, too much money, We've historically done that. Yeah. But that's football nowadays. Yeah. Are
we doing either ors then? Have we got
get your either ors in. Again, if you're not familiar, your either ors, they can be anything. They can be, we spoke a lot about food, but they can be TV shows, movies, music artists, or just normal artists. I won't know who any of them are, even the music ones. They can be anything. So get them in, and we'll play that game, which is always a fun game to play. Someone said this before with when Marcel was here, but I'll ask you as well. Dilvus, who is a member of the UV Members Club, says Breaking Bad or The Sopranos.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get myself into trouble now. I'm gonna get myself into trouble now. I didn't really like Breaking Bad, so I never really made it past episode 4. I tried to watch it so many times, so it'd have to be The Sopranos. There we go. That was easy. Oh no!
You don't like Breaking Bad?
I pissed Owen off.
You don't like Breaking Bad?
No, I just couldn't get into it. Do you know why I couldn't get into it? Because I'm a realist. No, at the time, I was just because I was living in America actually. I lived in New York for a few years. And I get it from an American perspective of this guy can't afford healthcare, so he turns into a drug dealer.
Yeah.
But we got the NHS. So. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That was my
I mean,
that was my thinking. I was just
to be fair, look, Breaking Bad. One thing I will say is it's slow to get going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
After season 2, it gets really, really, really good. That would be my thing. Whereas Sopranos is just great from the start.
Anyway,
It
Sopranos
really
is the answer.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Oh God, don't do this to me. You're exposing me now. These people are exposing me. I don't watch either.
Oh, really?
Every time you do these, when I watch you guys, I say you guys, and you talk about like Marvel and shit, I'm just like in the flex camp. I'm like, what are you talking about? What's going on? All I know is Princess Leia has those 2 buns on her head.
Iconic.
That's the only one I know.
Imran says Garnacho or Elanga.
So I would pick Garnacho, but now I'm going to get in trouble with Blue Abadou Abadai because he's going to be on there saying, "Oh, Elanga."
You can't dictate your decisions based on others.
Elanga. Oh no, I don't know.
This is you before, and you're going. I'm going to be really quick with these because I can make my mind up
Elanga.
straight away.
No, do you know what I say? Actually, okay, no, but seriously, Elanga, because Elanga has more. There's more likelihood of Elanga filling in for Rashford if Rashford will be shit this season. If he will be shit this season, position.
I'd say Garnacho. I'd say Garnacho. I think he's got more long-term potential than Elanga does. That was a really good one. I missed it. I hear it. Christian says, loud neighbours or nosy neighbours?
Nosy neighbours. Nosy neighbours.
You want your neighbours to know what you're doing?
Yeah, because... No. God, I feel like I'm just like giving myself away here. But like, yeah, I had a very, very nosy neighbour. Yeah. Very nosy. Oh. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Call the police.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's what I'm saying. With when it gets to that, you just call the police and then they deal with it and whatever. With noisy neighbours, it's kind of like the noise necessarily doesn't have to be from them. It could be their dog or their pet or you can't. What are you gonna do? Call the police? You can't.
I mean, do you
know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a really good neighbour. I pride myself. I'm a good neighbour. I'm very quiet. I don't care what everyone else is doing. I'm not in terms of being polite. I don't get to know my neighbours.
Do you live in a flat like
next to people? Yeah.
No, but what floor are you on?
We're all kind of on the same floor, if that makes sense. We're all on the same level.
So it's a ground floor building.
No, you have to go up a flight of stairs. I'm not gonna say actually where I live.
But like, does anyone live underneath you?
No.
Okay, that's why you're a good neighbour.
I'm a good neighbour. I'm very quiet, and I don't care what other people are doing. Cleon says Jamaica or Trinidad.
Jamaica all day, every day.
Never been to either.
Do you know what? I was in Jamaica like 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks, like maybe 10 days before Flex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, copping me.
I would love to go to both.
Across the world.
Could you imagine how burnt I'd get? It would be outrageous.
I wouldn't worry about just that, Owen. Yeah. I think I'd worry about your taste buds as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the spice that would kill me. So Claire says the US or UK. I mean, clearly, I'm going to say the UK. In terms of what? If you're going to say you're going to go on holiday, you'd probably want to go abroad, wouldn't you?
I mean, I've lived in the US and the UK.
Oh, yeah,
it's
of course.
Probably why she's asking, but
yeah. Where do you prefer to live?
The US.
Why? Different vibe? Whereabouts was it? Did you say
York.
New York? That is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, very hustle and bustle city, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The city that never sleeps, as they say. What else people are saying? I love people that get angry when they go, Odin, are we talking football?
Okay.
There's not a lot to talk about, Odin. I mean, we would. It's Manchester United 0, Rayo Vallecano 0. Not a lot going on.
Half time.
I
tell you what, the most exciting thing that happened for me personally was when Ronaldo and Erik Ten Hag were having that little shindig.
Yeah.
Shindig? Chit chat on the touchline.
These are the questions I like. Cocoa Pop or Crunchy Nut?
Oh.
Cocoa Pops.
Crunchy Nut?
I really like nuts.
Sorry. I'm so childish.
Yeah. That's immature.
Really immature.
I like almonds, but I don't like nuts in general.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I don't. No, Crunchy Nut.
I love nuts.
No, thanks. Ash says Uber Eats or Deliveroo do same thing, don't they?
Whichever comes quicker.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's immature.
Well, I'm hungry.
That's immature.
Oh God, no. No.
Matt says Cantona collar up or Scott collar up.
that great either or Cantona collar up all day, every day. But then again, though, didn't he put his collar up when he after he fly kicked that fan, and then he turned around and put his collar up and went like this?
I don't know when he decided to do it.
No, that was the same. That was
the first time he did it.
No. I'm just saying he did it all the time, right?
Yeah.
But after he fly kicked that dude, I think he actually. Then obviously he carried on playing, and then did he score a goal? And then like this was like within 5 minutes, and he put his collar up and just stood like that.
Yeah.
It's just like, Jesus Christ, you just fly kick someone in the face.
All Elite Alvis says Doritos or Walkers.
Walkers. Doritos are too cheesy.
Depends on the flavour, doesn't it? I mean, you can get other flavours.
But
I
Walkers
like the red ones.
Walkers has a wider selection, and it's thinner and crispier. I like it.
But also, like, you put a packet of crisps, they're half empty most of the time. My favourite flavour of Walkers is prawn cocktail.
God, we have different taste buds. That's crazy. Crazy.
But I think that goes to show the kind of food that I like. It's very sharp.
Can I do an either or for the live chat?
Go for it.
City winning the league next season or Liverpool winning the league next season?
Wow.
There you go.
That is a tough.
I know the answer to that. For myself, as in for me.
What would it be?
Personally.
City.
Yeah. All day, every day.
Yeah. Oh, and that's what it was last season, wasn't it?
Yeah. 100%.
Is that if it comes to that?
100%.
You know, Liverpool are the bigger rivals historically. You don't want them to equal the number that we have. Have they equaled it? They would actually go ahead? I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, we're going down a rabbit hole here, but like when I watch City, and I watch City, my whole dad's side of the family from Manchester, and my dad supports City. So I quite frequently watch City matches, even if it's United, it's not against United, and I enjoy watching them play. Like I feel like they're talented. And I don't know, like just the way that they play football. When I look at Liverpool, I'm just like, it's usually like they win games by 1-0 in like the 93rd minute with a Mane dive and a penalty. That's, I don't know, huge generalisation, but I just don't really enjoy watching Liverpool play.
Yeah, a lot of people saying City. Red Brown with the super chat says, no, I live in Manchester and I'd rather City win.
Yeah.
I think most people would probably feel that.
Yeah.
Especially historically. Someone said pancakes or waffles.
Oh, I had a waffle last night. Waffles all day, every day. Love waffles. Belgian waffles. Really crispy ones that you put in the oven. I can never have a soggy waffle. That's disgusting. Those soggy, soft. What would you have?
I don't know. Depends on my mood with that one.
You can't say I don't know.
I know. I'm thinking. If you push came to shove, what do you prefer, waffles or pancakes? I mean, ultimately, they are the same thing. Same batter, isn't it? Same mix. Probably a waffle. Yeah. Yeah, probably.
More filling.
Oh, this is a great one. This is why I like this game. Shrek or Donkey? Brilliant.
Wait, by donkey do you mean Eeyore?
I mean, Shrek, like the film, Shrek?
Yeah.
So, Shrek or Donkey?
Oh, the donkey from Shrek.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I had a moment. Donkey.
Yeah, it's Eddie Murphy, isn't it?
Yeah. Donkey.
Yeah. Mike Myers wasn't even meant to play Shrek as well. He was meant to be Chris Farley, but he died, unfortunately. He recorded like 95% of it.
Shit.
Mike Myers came in, recorded it, and then they were listening to it back. He went, actually, I think he sounds better if he's Scottish. So he re-recorded all of it again, free of charge, and that's how you got the Shrek. There you go. Josh was in the chat and he said pancakes.
Okay.
No, he said crispy waffle settings with cinnamon and brown sugar. It's very specific.
I mean, his palate is limited, right? He's a vegetarian, so what do you expect?
If I'm wrong with it.
Gets excitable about waffles.
Tom and Jerry or Popeye?
Popeye.
Tom and Jerry.
Popeye. Well, olive oil's like, isn't olive oil like the... Popeye likes spinach, and olive oil's like his really like supportive wife, who's also strong. I think.
I just always watched Tom and Jerry as a kid. It was always on Boomerang, Cartoon Network.
But do you not think like again like Popeye the Sailor Man?
And when you just think about the thing is when you think about all of those cartoons, when they were actually made, like they were made in what like was it like 40s or 50s, something like that? It's crazy, yeah. They hold up.
60s or
they hold up. The technology, unbelievable. Keenan or Cow? Keenan, because he's had a good career. He's on SNL now. He's the longest serving person on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, but are we talking about on the actual show or like as people? Like, are we?
I mean, I guess you would probably say on the show, wouldn't you? Maybe. And you would. I guess your point being is that Kel's more entertaining on the show.
Yeah, so I'd say Kel.
But Keenan holds that whole thing together. I think.
You're like Keenan.
I think within the crew they respect Keenan more. I think. Red Brown with the super chat says Josh or Phelan. They're different people, so I like that. Josh is a genius.
Do you know what? Yeah,
he is a genius.
I love Mike Phelan.
Really? Over Josh?
Yeah. And I don't mean... Oh, that's a really difficult one, because now it makes it seem as if I actually genuinely like the real Mike Phelan. But I love it when there aren't enough likes, and then Mike Phelan comes on.
Like now, there's nearly 1,000 people watching, and we're only 15 away. My maths was terrible. From 500 likes. So be sure to smash a like on the like button.
The new target's 700, mate.
750, actually. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. Bruno or Eriksen? That is a tough one. You go with what you know, or you go with shiny new car, basically. Why not both? Have both.
No, you have to answer. How about you go for one, I go for the other, then it's fair.
Okay, Bruno.
Eriksen.
There you go. See, the feeling emojis are in the chat now saying disgrace. Ronaldo or Lewandowski?
Ronaldo.
I think you've got to go with Ronaldo, haven't you? And that's not just like United bias either. That's just records.
Yeah.
That is records. I mean, when he was like, this is what was wild about him being linked to Atletico Madrid, is that when you look at the Real Madrid goal scoring records, he is so far above everyone else. And he was there for like 9 years, I think.
Yeah.
When he went there, 2009, I think. He was there to 2018. 9 years. And the amount of goals he scored, he was averaging something like 50 or 60 goals a season. That is insane. Like those kind of numbers, they just won't be matched. We've been spoiled for a generation of having Messi and Ronaldo, two of the best players ever.
Yeah.
And now that they're both sort of coming towards the end or the closing stages of their career, and people are talking about who's the next one going to be.
Who's the next big thing? Like, not big thing, but yeah.
Mbappe or Haaland. And you just realise like it's
not the same.
It's not nowhere near, is it?
It's not the same.
It's not. I don't think we won't see that again.
My God, this Martinez geezer is just like a whole ball of energy.
Good. Passion. He's the
literally
butcher.
Like, as you say butcher, I keep saying pitbull. I don't know why, but he's like...
I think either or works. He's got that kind of passion. Good. Although we used to get that a lot last season under Ollie.
He does not look happy. He looks like he's just had a bollock. He's just bollocked all of the players.
But what was quite interesting yesterday, actually, is after the game, the United players and the manager didn't come out for a while to do the interview, and people were saying, "Oh, is he having a go at the players?" Rah, rah, rah.
Hairdryer treatment, boot in the face.
Exactly. The thing is, the hairdryer thing with Sir Alex. I remember there was one time we kind of saw it, and it was against AC Milan in the Champions League.
Sorry, who are these subs? Hang on.
I don't know. Is Ahmad's coming on for someone? We'll find it in a second. It will come up on the screen. But I remember Sir Alex.
Sorry,
he went crazy at Johnny Evans in the Champions League, and it was brilliant. I loved it because I mean you need that. Especially like you're right in a game like today. Whilst it's still a pre-season, whilst it's still a friendly, whilst it's the second string team, we still didn't play particularly well. First half, it was kind of dull. It was the same as yesterday, as we're about to kick off in the second half. So once those changes are confirmed, we'll let you know. But Ahmad's definitely on. For who, we're not sure. And we're off. Second half is underway. Still Manchester United 0, Rayo Vallecano 0 in the final pre-season fixture before the season next weekend. How fast has it come around, by the way, the season?
Crazy. The thing is, I want to say that the season's come around really fast, but then that gives the Glazers an excuse of like, oh, the time's gone so quickly, we haven't had time to do any signings.
Well, now's the time when you would actually say that maybe they can't even get away with it because the lack of signings or how short you are really does get called out, doesn't it? Because you really realise how short you are.
So... What do you think about, I mean, it's an old topic, but the transfer window closing after the season opens?
They did it, they changed it, didn't they, a few years ago?
Yeah.
I remember Arsene Wenger used to complain about it a lot, and he was saying that. And to be fair, the points for it at the time were valid when they were saying, oh, it's because players get unsettled. When the season starts, we should know exactly who our squad is, who our players are, and it goes from there. The logic behind it is sound. The issue is, it's Ronaldo that's off. Oh, Ronaldo for Ahmad. We should be,
I don't know.
we should be surprised, though. First game of pre-season for him.
Like the investigator in me is thinking... Like, the logical side of me thinks that he, like I said, in the first half, he didn't look 100% fit. He really didn't. He looked like he was struggling at some moments.
But he wouldn't be, would he? You know, if you haven't played a game of pre-season.
No, I get that. No, I'm not. I'm just saying it how it is. Like, maybe that's why he's been taken off. Or the dramatic side of me thinks it's about that. It's about that Barney, that bust up that they had on the touchline with the flailing arms. It looks very heated.
It's a corner by Eriksen. Keeper comes out to claim it. What do you think at half-time? Ronaldo was like, this is shit. And he was like, right, if it's shit, you're coming off.
Yeah.
And he was never seen
again. He's like, no, Maguire's not playing. I need to be captain. And you've given it to Varane.
Yeah, could you imagine? I think probably Ten Hag will come out after again. That was short.
Nice, Donny.
Wins it back.
Come on, Donny. Donny.
Nearly. Yeah, I mean, he'll probably come out after the game and say, oh, it was always the plan. He was only going to play 45 minutes, like everyone else has in pre-season in their first game. Tellers with a shot. Keeper spills it. Yeah!
Oh!
And the sub scored. Look at him. Ronaldo. Oh, I thought he was going to... Imagine he sued. Could you imagine?
I mean, that would be...
He's got his own celebration. Hand over the eye and that.
Do you know what, yeah? Like, I often think, like, where do these celebrations come from? Do you know which one I don't like? I say I don't like. Was it Bruno's one where he does this?
What, the thumb in the mouth?
But with the baby.
Isn't it? It's for his kids. For his baby.
Yeah, but they've been born already, right?
It was... you never stop the dedication. It was a shot by Tellez. Keeper spilled it. Ahmad with the follow-up. Just about trickled it in. But it's 1-0 Manchester United. That's what Ten Hag would want.
That's what Ten Hag would want. But did you see... Again, this is my point that I made to you earlier, Owen. Or was it before we went live? Donny van de Beek made a really good run. And he was saying, here, I want it here, I want it here. And Tellez just completely ignored him and took the shot on himself.
But it resulted to a goal.
It did. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying my point about Donny van de Beek is that he does read the game well and he's always in the right spaces, but sometimes it's just...
All I'm saying, Ahmad did in 3 minutes what Ronaldo couldn't in 45.
No, for fuck's sake. Ronaldo haters, get back in there.
Can you imagine? No. Look, if Ronaldo was in that position, one would hope he would have scored that. You would think he probably would have. And ultimately, for Ronaldo today, it would have been about getting minutes under the belt. So, yeah. But you'll have those people, you're right, though, on social media that will be saying, see, you don't need him.
I know.
You've got Ahmad.
I know. Fucking, do you know what I mean? Yeah,
we've got Ahmad.
Cam and Marcel will probably be there like, look, we've got Tom Heaton.
Yeah.
Look, did you see how he came out of his...
Yeah, enough of it. I mean, I saw... there's like accounts on Twitter. This is how strange football Twitter is. That one account on Twitter is just dedicated to Dean Henderson and everything he does. And like they put these compilations up of him playing for Forest yesterday. I forget the score, but he definitely conceded a goal. Mm-hmm. They left out the goal he conceded, but they sort of keep in the nice
good
passes
bits
and the nice throwouts. And it's like, well, again, and the justification for leaving the goal out was, but one goal conceded doesn't define a bad game. And you go, but that's what you do for David De Gea. If he concedes a goal, you go, at least terrible. Rubbish.
Yeah.
You know, compilations, that's the problem with all that kind of stuff. It can be so misleading.
But then, like, compilations, it's kind of like you could make a whole fucking Bible out of Harry Maguire's.
Yeah, of course, yeah, absolutely. But it's like statistics, isn't it, compilations? They can be skewed in any direction you want them to be, right? You can skew them into any direction that you want your narrative to go.
I mean, yeah. True.
There you go. You're now trying to play it out from the back there. Didn't go out too well. But we win a free kick. But 5 minutes into the second half, we're 1-0 up. I like Ten Hag on the touchline. It's
very strange, his outfit, actually. I know we were talking at the beginning. So he's got a suit on with the polo shirt, but then he's got a full head. Is he wearing tracksuit bottoms with a blazer?
I don't think so. I would
and trainers.
If I was a manager, I would try and dress like that, I think.
You would try?
Well, my sense of style is not the best, so...
What have you got on today?
Clothes. So I don't even know. These are clothes I happen to own.
Just throw something.
This
I just threw it on earlier.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
That's not me. I have my selection of clothes at home, I do not intend on adding to them anytime soon. Like, my clothes are my clothes. I will wear them until they either no longer fit me.
Until they...
Or even just like, you go, well, I need to get a new,
Oh, I thought you meant put them in the wash.
No,
I thought
no.
you meant, okay,
I'm not disgusting. Like, yeah,
You were like,
absolutely.
yeah,
I won't be like,
I need to put in a wash.
This is a bit ripe. Yeah, I won't be doing anything like that, no. But
oh, see again, no, Donny, like, vision, pass, and then no one was there.
they give it away. Rayo Vallecano on the counter-attack. I think that's Falcao. Oh, is it the bar? I think it's tipped onto the bar.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Heaton got fingertips
That
on
might
that.
be a great save by
Yeah,
Heaton.
I think it looked like a great save.
If that is, bring him in.
Yeah.
See?
Do you know what I mean?
Compilation. Compilation. Clip it.
Do you know what I really appreciated? Odin might get pissed off because we're moving away from football talk, but I really appreciated there's an interview that Flex did on tour. Was it on tour or before tour with Tom Heaton?
Yeah, during the tour. Yeah,
during
it was
the tour.
after the first match against Liverpool. Yeah,
and I
just seeing the
really
replay.
enjoyed that.
No, just hit the bar.
Just hit the bar.
Nowhere near it.
And I just, first of all, like, big up Josh, Flex, and KG for the content, all of that content,
yeah.
Amazing. But just like, it just gave some of us viewers like an insight into like character personalities, some of the background characters, as it were. Tom Heaton's like less in the limelight, I would say, than some of our big mainstream players. It was just like a really nice interview, like so down to earth. He's like a proper like
different kind of interview as well, isn't it? Wasn't
it?
Not so much. I mean, there's a bit of football chat involved in it, but it's more getting to know the person, the character, the personality, more of a conversation than an interview. That kind of situation. But yeah, you're right. The content on tour was just unbelievable. Like, did you see? I don't know if you've seen when Flex, KG, and Josh above the stadium in Perth. And KG's being hung upside down.
Yeah.
I would never, ever, ever, and you can keep this if I ever have to do it in the future, because I won't do it in the future. I will never do that. No way. Even if Flex told me, you've got to do it, I'd say, no, I don't. No chance. Oh, no. I mean...
Well, if I paid you, I mean, not that I have £1 million, but if I gave you, would you do it for £1 million?
£1 million, yeah. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I'll never, ever do it. Yeah, £1 million. I'll do it. Go on then.
That's silly money, isn't it? Of course, £1 million would do that.
Well, you just said you'd never, ever do it. No, I'm just being a smart ass.
I mean, yeah, through ball. Ahmad nearly gets to it. Nah, Ahmad's
fast,
He is quick. At the time, Flex sent me like a video of it just after they did it, and I sent him a voice note being back like, there is no way, no chance. It was raining as well. So can you imagine being on this metal sort of slippery edge? I don't know, like 60 feet above a stadium on a harness. And I know people go, well, if you're on a harness, wouldn't you be like, feel safe?
Yeah.
No.
Wouldn't you feel like a superhero? Like you're into that shit? Like, like Spider-Man or...
No. Oh yeah, I look like a great superhero where my legs are shaking above the stadium.
Yeah, it could be shaking because they could be growing like the Hulk. Like,
No chance. No chance. Here's Garnacho into the box.
He's very tenacious, isn't he? Like he's still running.
Fast.
But he's when he goes after the ball like that, he just won't give it up. He won't give it up.
Mike Phelan myself, who is not Josh, says it was 100 feet. 100 feet above the ground, on a harness, on a metal sort of semicircle when it's raining. No way. Not in a million years. Nope. Victor says, Owen, would you do a bungee jump for 200k subscribers? No chance.
I would.
You jump out of a plane if we got to 200.
200k. No, not a bungee jump, not a skydive. I do a bungee jump. Did he say skydive?
No, he said bungee jump.
Yeah, bungee jump. I do it. 200k, deal.
That's out there now. That's a commitment.
No, I do it. 200k. This is how dedicated I am to the channel. I want this channel and this community to grow.
Shot from far out to Rayo Vallecano corner. Bungee jump.
Yeah, bungee jump. I wouldn't do it.
I'm
never do a
thinking
skydive.
Of everything that could go wrong with it. I think the bungee cord's not working. It would snap. I'm thinking if it's a plane, parachute.
No, if it was a plane, no. Forget that.
What's the difference in terms of your
danger?
Fear? Yeah.
Do you know what? It's not even. Again, like fears are they're illogical, right?
I think they're very logical in those situations.
No, but okay.
A parachute gets tied up.
Yeah, if your parachute's tied up, you're fucked. Like, you're just going to go splat.
Or usually you get a second one though, don't you? I think.
Yeah.
Get a backup one.
But then if you bungee jump and like, let's just say the cord breaks. Again, illogical thinking.
Very logical.
You normally do it over water, first of all, and I would definitely do it over water. That's part of the deal.
Yeah,
if
not
I
one
were
of
to
those
bungee
ones
jump.
where it's like...
Not over, it's,
Yeah, like a mounting
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing. Yeah, no.
And you do it off a bridge, like into the water, because if it did drop, then it's deep enough for you. I mean, I'm sure you get like a jelly
You still
sting.
get horrifically injured.
Yeah, but you wouldn't go splat. Like,
I don't know.
You have more chance of surviving a bungee jump. Then that's why that's my reasoning.
I would agree with that. But
what did we miss? We just missed something. Sorry, guys, while we were chatting.
I mean, if you did a bungee jump and it was above water, isn't the point if you're falling from so high that essentially that water becomes solid at the velocity that's hitting?
It's only about...
And you'd still go into the water, but it's like...
Again, all depends on how high the bungee jump is. I mean, when I was in Jamaica, I jumped off a cliff.
Really?
I want to say...
Was that one of those ones into the ocean sort of thing?
Yeah. Deep enough, like deep enough. But it was high. It was high.
Still be like, is it really deep enough?
Yeah, but they train you like to jump off the cliff, like free dive, not free dive. Yeah, like they train you, and I did it.
Rayo Vallecano. It's a good save by Heaton. There's a follow up though. Is it going to be offside? No, it's 1-1. It looks like 1-1. It was a good save by Tom Heaton as well. I don't know if anyone's following it in. There isn't any VAR, so it counts. But it's 1-1 at Old Trafford. That is disappointing. They walked right through us. Shot from the edge of the box. We'll see a replay in a second. There we go. Nice little switch of play by Vallecano. He's overloaded 2v1. Goes inside. There's no one following him.
There's no one. No one knows what's in the
back post. It's a really poor goal.
That's awful.
There's no pressure whatsoever. Gets the shot away. It's just a good save. And
just floats into the box. No one's there. No one picked him up.
Poor.
No one picked him up.
That is really poor.
And wait.
You're furious as well if you're the keeper.
Laird just didn't even look.
Yeah.
He didn't even look. What do they say when you're a defender? As long as you can see the shirt number in front of you.
I mean, all I know is as a keeper in that situation, you're livid because you go, "I've done my job."
Yeah, but Tom Heaton, is he really going to shout at Ethan Laird?
Yeah. He's the younger guy. He's the older guy. Be like, hey.
Follow
the ball in.
By livid, what do you mean though? Because when I go livid, you don't want to see it.
Well, yeah, there'll be lots of swearing, obviously. You'd be like,
more than that.
Follow the ball in. Keep your eye on the game. But it's 1-1, 58 minutes gone. At least both sides have sort of woken up in the second half, you would think. Ahmad's goal is cancelled out.
Again, look, Donny, right place, right time. I'm giving Donny the love. DJ would be proud.
He would.
Yeah, he'd be really proud.
DJ's a big Donny fan. Yeah. He has a strange request. He goes, on my deathbed, I want to know what went wrong with Donny at Man United. And I go, that's weird. Why would you want to know that? I'd want to know some far more important things at the time.
What would you want to know?
On my deathbed?
Yeah.
Probably nothing, actually. I don't want to know anything.
Did I leave the world a better place?
No. I think you'd probably come to your own conclusion at that point, wouldn't you?
You'd be like, how many trophies have we won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'd want to know. It's got a morbid thought.
Do you know what? Watching this game, I can't wait to get to the ground.
Yeah.
Are you going to any matches this
I hope so.
season?
I hope so. You never know. I might be here the whole time, but I hope so. They've changed the dugouts at Old Trafford this year. They've swapped them around.
Mm-hmm.
So
Erik ten Hag, at his request.
Yeah, details. He said that they're closer to. He said closer to the crowd and closer to the players warming up. Mm-hmm. So those little details, sometimes they can make the difference. Here's Rayo Vallecano on the counter attack, cut out by Laird this time. That's a foul.
What the?
He's played in the advantage.
Wow. Card. He knows it. That was a bad.
That should be a green card.
Green card.
I'm an advocate for the sin
What the
bin.
hell is that? Okay, so he
Cynical
gives
foul.
it. He's put.
And then once again, he's meant to be going to Watford as well, Championship club. And Christian Eriksen is off. Christian Eriksen has been
60
substituted.
minutes.
And to be fair, he played yesterday. When did he come on yesterday? I think it was like 70th minute, maybe something like that. So he's played near enough 90 minutes across 2 days, which is what you probably want. So I would
Really
suspect.
happy.
I would suspect he starts next week. I hope so.
Getting all these wires tangled in my blooming legs.
And Martinez, I think, is coming off as well. Martinez is coming off. Eric Bailly is coming on. Lissandro Martinez's debut ends after 60 minutes, and Eric Bailly is replacing him. Been a bit of an interesting debut for Martinez, hasn't it? I think he's looked solid, comfortable at times.
I think it was more for the minutes.
Yeah.
More for just the minutes under his belt, because like you said, he travelled with the squad, right, to Oslo.
Yes.
To Oslo. So yeah, so he got that. I say that experience, you know, with the
match day experience with the A team.
The A team, yeah. And now it's just for minutes, so he looked decent.
Yeah.
And contrary to some opinions, won some headers.
Yeah,
even though he's 5'9", so
which is average or not, apparently, maybe.
No, it's above average.
Is it above average? What they say 5'8". See?
So hang on, I'm the height of an average man. Does that make me masculine?
I don't think so. I think you just
manly.
like, oh, here's the ball into the box, cuts it back. It was Ahmad. Oh, goes up for it. It wasn't Ahmad. It was, I think, Laird again. Corner though.
I mean, Laird better not fuck that up again. Excuse my language.
But there definitely seems, and again, it's not like a Ronaldo thing or anything like that, but you would say, and maybe this is just because, again, Ronaldo hasn't had a game in pre-season, or he's a different kind of player, but United seem a bit more dangerous, you would say, maybe with Ahmad playing. Just a bit of extra pace, willingness to run in behind.
Definitely, yeah, pace. Yeah, running in behind, but...
Corner in, locked it. Oh, no, don't matter. That's the thing. Great commentary, that. Corner in, don't matter.
I mean, that's better than me. I just grunt or say, fuck off.
Yeah. That's what Flex was saying yesterday. Flex doesn't like doing the match views himself because he was saying that, you know, he can be quite passionate as to when he's watching the game. And sometimes you do things in the heat of moments you might regret or say that you might regret. He's like, oh, you know.
But surely that's natural. I mean, what kind of things? Because you know, if I'm at home, if I were to be watching this at home, I would be effing and blinding at the TV, like literally, I'm gonna say like a man, but like I would be.
I can be very, very reserved.
Really?
Very.
I'm not like that.
We can score a goal. I can have zero celebration. I can be very much like you know. Taking them.
I mean, it depends on the game. Like, you know, if we're like 5-0 up, then obviously that wouldn't be my reaction. But if it's like a big match, that on those in these ones that matter, I'm this is me. I'm that person running around the living room.
Depends, I guess. You know, you're right on the match, the moment. If it's a last-minute goal, you do have to be like proper nerves of steel to be last-minute winning goal. To be like, you know, no emotion.
You're like,
that is like psychopath settings.
Tell you what, though, one thing I can't do is watch penalties. Can't do them. I've never been able to watch penalties.
Oh, really?
I'm talking about internationals and you know, cups, like national team.
Oh, what? So like when England last year in the Euros.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah,
couldn't watch them.
Rayo Vallecano on the counter-attack. They're in. He's through on goal. It's a block this time by Laird. Makes up for it.
Yeah.
But they get through really easy.
They just cut us up.
Yeah. Really easy. Just bypass the midfield. No problems. In behind. Donny's chasing. Garner can't get to him quick enough. And Laird does well in the end to recover. But certainly they're playing better than they were first half. It looks like Falcao's going to come off after hitting the bar. It's a shame it didn't work out for him at Old Trafford. I remember being so excited.
No, you sounded really sarcastic when you said that.
That's just my general tone. I'm terrible if people get me gifts because that's how I sound. So if I go, thanks, that's really nice, they'll go, all
so
right.
What happened
with
the 100k subscribers party when someone gave you that mug?
Oh, that was really nice.
So what was your reaction? Why, thank you for the mug.
Couldn't believe it. I was stunned. It was amazing.
Did it have your face on it?
It has an emoji of me on it, yes.
Okay. What was the emoji?
Just me. Just an emoji version of me.
I don't understand.
Well, it's not, maybe not an emoji is the right word, but like an avatar.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was amazing. So, yeah. I don't even really know what to do with it because I don't want to drink out of it.
Why not?
I don't want to ruin it. I don't want
to. What is it? Just like, is it next to your trophies? Your goalkeeping trophies?
It's in the cupboard at home.
I mean, I bet you have a better cabinet than Josh. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just.
Josh, have you seen the state of Josh's cabinet? The Power Rangers. Bloody hell.
That's cool. He's got his stuff. He's got all of his consoles.
I mean, how old is he?
I'm not going to say, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old he is. If that's what he likes, that's what he likes. Don't be afraid to be yourself despite your age. And follow Josh on Instagram at JustJosh.
And he'll show you his cabinet.
Good.
Show his Power Rangers.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I like Power Rangers too. You're not gonna get me to diss that.
No, I'm saying if they're
I wouldn't get the
collector's
toys.
items. No, but I
wouldn't
don't
get the
think you
toys.
understand.
I wouldn't get the toys.
Okay, I don't think you
I
understand.
couldn't justify buying them, to be fair.
I'm talking, if you've got collectibles, fine, fair enough. But have you seen Josh's cabinet?
Josh says, why is this girl getting on to me?
All right. Sorry, Josh.
I mean, like I said, I'm not going to diss him for having them or enjoying them.
But
I
it's
myself probably wouldn't get them because I just couldn't justify buying
But
them.
there's not just like, it's not like one or two collectibles. It's like
And
there's a
everything.
fucking
People
shrine.
like to collect stuff. That's a foul. That's got to be a penalty. Or is it a free kick? Free kick, edge of the box. Ahmad looked like he was fouled. He was just barged off the ball. They're saying it's a shoulder barge. It's more than a shoulder barge. But it's edge of the box and it's a free kick.
I just need to...
But, yeah, I mean... Oh, it was great play by Ahmad as well. Kept the ball in play. And you just see the foul. Bang. It is a foul. I think it's in the box. Have another look. Keeps it in play really nicely. Goes past the player. See you later. If it's on the edge, it counts as inside the box.
What happens when it's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and the play, like the opposition
I think it would count. I think it would count as being, if it's on the line, it's a penalty. Anything on the line or in the box is a penalty. So,
but they're giving a
free kick.
Okay.
I reckon if this was a Premier League game VAR, they'd have a proper look at that, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. Definitely.
100%.
Is Donny taking this?
Donny's on free kicks.
Donny
DJ's at home giving it this.
doesn't need to cross his fingers. Donny's capable. Oh no, it's Telles.
Oh, it's going to be Tellez instead. So DJ's not going to be like that. You forget it. Oh, it is going to be Donny. Oh, that's the thing. That's why. Didn't go well.
It's a bit too confusing
Didn't
there.
go well.
What was that?
Tellez just sort of rolled the ball to Donny and he just smashed it over the bar. Yeah. Wasn't ideal for him.
For either though, because like Tellez, like when he rolled the ball to Van Dijk, it was like it was more of a proper pass than a.
Yeah, I think they might be on it. They're in again. Rayo Vallecano counter attack. We're so vulnerable. Outside of the boot, controls it. Blocked by Laird once again.
Do you know what? Again, I know that we don't have any audio, but I'm just going off body language and trying to lip read. There's no one's commanding that back line. Like not even Varane. Like watching this, we're watching the replay right now. Oh no, it's too close up. But there's no one, positionally. Like Varane's positional awareness was decent. He got back quite quickly, but there was no one.
Headed away by Varane. Edge of the box, skies it over the bar.
And I think that's something that Martinez is going to bring.
I hope
Or
so.
Martinez.
Isn't that something that the captain's meant to be doing as well? Meant to be leading the line.
Oh, Harry Maguire's just busy putting his arms up,
being
like, "Oh, it's offside, offside," even though his fucking foot's stuck out.
Ten Hag with Mitchell van der Gaag. Partners in crime. Two bold friends. Sounds like a weird sitcom, doesn't it?
Two bold friends. Be two bold friends and KG.
Yeah. I
Three bold friends.
I get told that there was a period of time. It's not as bad now actually, but there was a period of time where people said that I bullied KG. I was like, how can I bully? He's a grown man with kids. How can I bully him?
You don't bully him. No,
I'm one of those people, if I'm friends with people, I'm a massive shit stirrer.
Good to know.
Massive.
Good to
and
know.
Two, if it's very, taking the mick kind of person. But I also expect it the same back,
What you mean? Don't dish out what you can't take.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah. Oh, those kind of people are the worst.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not for that. But it used to always make me laugh. Oh, Owen's bullying KG. How?
Nah. It's just vibes.
Oh.
Vibes. You all work really well off each other. I mean, obviously, like I'm a bit of a newbie, but
I know they're some of my best friends. I think that's why I can get away with it. And they forgot my anniversary. They forgot my anniversary.
When is your anniversary?
My 1 year anniversary of me being on the channel. They forgot. It was Friday. And I brought it up.
And they gave you a pen.
Well, they were just reaching
what's
around. They were
Oh,
reaching around for stuff,
I need to make a note of my
Do it.
my anniversary.
I mean, a peek behind the curtain with that is I only realised the night before, just out of you know, when you're sort of doing stuff and then something pop in your head and you go, I think I've been nearly doing this a year, I think, or been on the channel for a year. And I actually thought it was way over. I thought, oh, it was definitely in like June or something like that. So I went and checked, and it was actually the next day. And I thought, oh, it's the next day.
Oh.
So again, this being in my sort of shit stirring mind, I thought I was going to message Flex and go, oh, tell you what, year tomorrow, what a year it's been. And I thought, that's not funny. What's funny is bringing it up on the channel.
So he did.
No one knew, apart from Josh. I told Josh you had to put the thing at the bottom of the screen. No one knew. Even to the point where we have like a list of topics that we'll talk about each morning. I purposely put like a fake story.
What was the story?
It was so generic. It was easy to spot. It was like more sales expected or something. Okay. And then Flex is like, right, on to the next one. And I was like, wow, guys, it's been a year of me, because I knew they'd forget.
HR.
Yeah. I used to work in HR as well. Never again.
So, just been kind of watching, as we've been chatting, Maybury's...
What's a shot? Good save by Tom.
Wow.
Raz is saying is Flex and KG at the game. Yes, they are going to be. They are at the game, so you're going to have your regular stuff after the game. All of your fan views are going to be coming in. Of course, Flex and KG's view. First interviews outside the ground of the season, which I'm excited for as well, even though the season hasn't started. Mm-hmm. But it'll be interesting to gauge everyone's opinion as to not only the pre-season but the transfer window as well. How ready and prepared we are or aren't heading into next weekend's game, Brighton. Sunday settings, Old Trafford. I tell you what, if we lose, meltdown. Yeah.
I mean, me personally, no, but like just again, the broader fan base, the reactionary is it's going to be quite reactionary.
Substitutes coming on: Shola Shoreteri and Zidane Iqbal.
Yes.
For who?
Can I hang on? Wait, can I? Because you know how like everyone adopts a child.
Yes.
Can I adopt Iqbal?
Go for it.
Yeah, before anyone else does. So Iqbal's my son. He's my son because I love him.
To be fair, on tour, he was excellent. He
Fire.
was really, really good. And Flex and KG spoke to him after one of the games as well.
Yeah.
Again, really well spoken, came across well. It's Garnacho and Ghana coming off for Shoreteri and Zidane Iqbal as well. But yeah, I thought they really impressed Zidane Iqbal and Charlie Savage on the tour. They were excellent. Mm-hmm. Didn't look out of place at all.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. I can't remember which game it was. One game in particular, I was literally blown away by Iqbal. Like, just... He looked experienced. He looked composed. It just looked easy for him. It was enjoyable to watch him play. I don't want to... You know, when you like big up young players too much, and then it all goes
think
wrong.
You might have jinxed him now.
Yeah.
No successful passes for the rest of the game.
Shit. What have I done?
No, I think he did really well. I think he still might go out on loan this summer, but I think that's a good thing. I think possibly before he might not have gone out on loan, and I think that pre-season was almost a thing of Ten Hag going, actually, you know what? You just need a bit of experience, then you're not a million miles off. You have a full season of first-team football because that's what you need, and that's what we can't offer you this season because there are people ahead of you. But I was really encouraged by them, especially. And what's wild is it's in those sort of central midfield positions. And again, I don't know if it's just because the lack of quality we have there that when someone comes in, they're able just to pass the ball, but like they're amazing.
Good point.
But
good point.
I thought they played really well. Here's Rayo Vallecano on the counter attack again, and I think it's gone out for a corner. Corner ball. I don't like that United goalkeeper's kit.
Why? What's wrong with it?
It just looks a bit. There's too much going on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, I don't know. I think the goalkeeper's kit is better than our home kit this season.
It divides opinion. The home kit.
Don't like it.
Yeah, Marcel said he really liked it. I'm a bit with you. I'm not sure about it.
I do like our second kit.
Yeah, the white one. That is nice.
It looks quite German though. Do you not know?
I know what you mean.
Like the whole
black and white thing. Yeah, I do like it though. I like the simplicity of it. I think there's a third kit still to come out, which is either yellow or green. It's quite luminescent. I'm not sure about that one. But, yeah, this home kit,
No, as long as your dad doesn't buy any of them, we're good.
Oh
That's
no,
fine.
he's probably still going to get them. It's just the names on the back.
Just no names. Just he can get them.
He will get
no
a, he will
names.
get a name on the
that's
back.
fine.
No, he's going to, because he will. We've had this conversation, but he is still. So that was good by Zdeněk Balde. Just recycled it nicely.
Recycled it nicely, but again, Donny made an excellent run. We just hesitated on the ball.
But that was nasty.
Is that Bailly?
Yeah.
Oh no.
See, that's how he gets injured.
Oh no, but hang on a minute. That wasn't even Bailly being reckless. That wasn't even Bailly being
No,
reckless.
it was just a bad
that was
tackle.
just he was minding his own business,
Yeah.
having a stroll, and then bam,
Yeah.
chopped down.
Look at this.
Like
Goes past him. Raz with the super chat says, "Guys, is it fitness or is Ronaldo not interested?" I would say it was fitness.
I think it's for me personally. I like I mentioned, even kind of like halfway through the first half, he just didn't look match fit.
Yeah. And you can't really you can't blame him. I mean, he's not going to come in and be.
Well, he's been sunning himself in Portugal. So.
but I mean, the sense of he's not going to come in and be able to play 90 minutes and be CR7 like he was. I mean, at points last season.
We got a free kick.
Free kick, Tellez, Donny back post. It was over here anyway. To be fair. No, I would say it was fitness. He's doing. If you think he's done the exact same thing that everyone did in their first pre-season fixture for United a couple of weeks ago, he played half a game of football.
Yeah.
It definitely means that he's not going to start against Brighton. That's not going to happen. Martial's fit, and that he shouldn't start anyway. Possibly he'll be on the bench. Who knows if he'll even come on? He might not come on against Brighton next week unless we're really struggling and we need a goal. What do you reckon the reaction to that would be?
Tell that to the Ronaldo haters.
Yeah,
bring him
exactly.
on if we're struggling and we need to go. Oh no, thanks.
Well, there'll be a couple of different reactions. There'll be one reaction to him being on the bench. There'll be another reaction to say we really needed the goal. He comes on and later on in the game he scores. They'll be like, see, rah, rah, rah. And the attention being on. And I get what people say with Ronaldo in the sense that it's always a drama. There's always a drama with him because he's centre of attention. That's Cristiano Ronaldo.
But I'm my opinion is of of somebody who's a huge fan of a club who is struggling. Look at Bailly on the ball there. Look at Bailly on the ball.
Here we go again.
About Maguire's better on the ball. Flex, we need to have a chat.
See, that's
Donny.
my point. Nice little flick, yeah. That's my point, is that Maguire doesn't do that, what Bailly just did, in terms of being comfortable on the back there, tight spaces, United around the counter-attacker.
That final, but Chong's having a bad...
Chong's not... He's not, no.
So, I was having a chat with... having a little tete-a-tete with Josh a while ago on the phone. And he's probably stolen my bloody idea and told Flex already. Oh. But I really want to do... So once the season starts, right?
Yeah.
I want to do... You know how we do like the player ratings after the match?
Yeah.
And I'm going to have this thing and it's going to be called... I just have this vision. It's going to be called Lest We Forget.
Oh.
Lest We Forget.
Yeah.
And it's going to be... We're going to be averaging the match ratings all season.
Ooh.
So we tally them up at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then we get the average from each player.
Do we get
lest we forget how shit they've been or how good they've been?
Do we get that sort of running average? Oh, here's Zdeněk Balde again.
Iqbal, my son.
He's a son, yes.
Come on, darling.
No, I like that. Can we see the average ratings as it's going along as well, or do we find out at the end of the season?
We could do that as the season's going along. It's a cumulative. Yeah, it's
so
cumulative, right?
Today was 7, but overall in the average...
Yeah. So it's like Brighton, Brentford, and then we get to, I say Christmas, before the World Cup.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a review then of the averages and be like, look, and it's going to be called Lest We Forget.
No, I keep forgetting about it. I was giving it away there by...
What, Mabry or Iqbal?
Yeah. Counter-attacks on. That was a bad pass, though. Makes up for it. I keep forgetting about the World Cup in December. Strange one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't really wrap your head around what that's going to be like, just as the concept.
I
suppose in the sense it would be somewhat the same as like AFCON last year, where that's over the sort of wintry months, I guess. But I think
it's different because
AFCON's after Christmas. I think usually this is just before leading into it. Yeah.
Leading into Christmas, and also
everything stops. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Everything else stops. So.
Yeah.
But I do think that this whole 5 subs thing is going to be interesting after the World Cup. I think that's when they'll going to come in handy. But I mean, look at our squad depth.
Can you imagine?
5 subs. Would we even? Could we even?
Ball into the box. He's free of the back post. Cuts it back across goal.
Oh,
Deal with it. Oh.
Bye.
What's going on? It's just bouncing around all over the place. Someone did a bicycle kick. Jeez.
Come on. Oh, look at him
Oh,
run.
keep going, lad. Keep going.
Go on, Ahmad. Oh, lad.
There you go. Gives it to. There's Ahmad.
Ahmad.
Oh, tries to step over. Have a shot, Zidane.
My son. Oh. My son.
Could you imagine? Not that I don't think England are going to win the World Cup. Not to be negative. I just don't. I think. I don't know. Well, the World Cup, definitely. I don't think our year was 2018, but certainly winning a trophy, the Euros, that was our year. That was our chance, I feel like, and we missed it.
Was that the Euro? You mean Euro 2021?
The last, yeah. I feel like that was our moment. I don't think we're going to win the World Cup, but hypothetically, imagine we did. Those English players, they might as well not just do the rest of the season. Like, in terms of the drop-off, can you imagine?
Yeah, there's going to be a huge
you wouldn't be interested,
drop-off.
would you? If you were there, you'd be like, we did it. Won the World Cup.
Who cares? No. I think they will, but I think they wouldn't be.
But in terms of like the recovery from that, they'd be like,
mentally and physically,
mentally, the come down from that to be like, right, go again, keep going for the season, keep fighting. That is a challenge.
Yeah, but for some people, like they respond very well to positivity, like not massaging the ego. But if you've won the World Cup, would you not be like, yeah, I want to keep this kind of winning mentality going. Like I want to get back in there. Like for the team. That
should be the response, shouldn't it? And that should be the response. But I think it's just it would be so difficult. I mean, it's the pinnacle, especially as well with England. Not since '66. You know, it's just if you did that.
Do you think we'll win the cup? We'll win the World Cup in our lifetime? Men's and men and female or male.
Previously, I'd have said like not even any trophy, but now look, you never know. I still do think, like I said, in terms of winning a trophy last year, that was our best chance. In terms of the games the opposition we were playing, basically it was a home games.
When Shaw scored that goal, my God.
I'm not the biggest Southgate fan. I can't.
Why?
I feel like, and I understand that you can only play who's in front of you. You can only play who you're drawn with. That's fine, but. He has been very fortunate in terms of the opposition he's been drawn against. I think other managers have been less fortunate. And look, when we've gone up against good sides, 9 times out of 10 we've lost. Yes, we beat Germany in the Euros last year, but that wasn't even Germany. That was Joachim Löw at the end of his reign. So it wasn't Germany. Yes, it was a big moment. We beat them at Wembley, and it was an amazing moment and scene. But when we've played big, good sides, and make no mistake, Italy are not a good side. And we lost them at home at Wembley after going 1-0 up. We've done that twice. World Cup semi-final against Croatia, 1-0 up, first couple of minutes. Same against Italy. Didn't manage the game. That's where you earn your money as a coach. Manage the game in big moments in finals. He didn't do it twice. And I know people will say, well, he made it to a semi-final and final. No manager has done that since 66. And that's fair. But still, I would say that, he had very fortunate runs. The runs we had in the World Cup and the Euros... I just don't...
Bit lucky. Go on, Donny.
Yeah, but you never know. Because Qatar World Cup might be something different. It might benefit us, you could say, maybe. I just think the opportunity. That's the problem. What's everyone in the chat saying? Ian saying...
Chong's coming off.
Chong's coming off. And that's...
Yeah, he needs to come off, really.
Yeah, he's not had the best game. Saying Led's impressed. Co saying we can't even beat Vallecano. Shameful. What was I saying? Oh, still 0-0 in terms of the Lionesses game. Still 0-0. England versus Germany.
Thank you.
Come on.
That's very awesome.
King Jar saying Zidane is press resistant. Or edge of the box. Oh, block.
Wrong option. Wrong.
Tellez is going to put the ball into the box. Does. Headed away. Are you concerned if we can't beat Rayo Vallecano heading into next weekend? Or does the result not count for much?
Don't think it counts for much.
I agree. I think there'll be a lot made of it. Being like, we couldn't beat Rayo Vallecano and we didn't beat Atletico yesterday.
There's just so many, I don't want to say, what is it, not extenuating, there's so many other factors. There's so many things that come into play when, discussing the preseason game with our B team, our B side, with the changes, the subs that he's made, his first match at Old Trafford. Erik Ten Hag's match. There's everything going on, lack of transfers, Ronaldo saga. Like all of these things, I think have to have a bit of an effect.
Yeah, I agree as well. Like I said, it's the
I don't know where that thought went. Actually, I was just like kind of getting distracted by the game.
You're right. I think there are a lot of variables in it. Like it is the B team. These players as well haven't had a ton of minutes. Some of them in pre-season, so some of them aren't completely fresh. And you could say, "Oh, you're making excuses. You're making excuses for them." Mm-hmm. But the most important thing with pre-season, yes, you can talk about results. Yes, you can talk about performances, but it is getting minutes in the legs. And there's a paper aeroplane on the pitch as well. That sums up the game in terms of the interest. Even the cameramen are going, that's more interesting than what's on the pitch. But we're in the 87th minute at the moment, still 1-1. United pushing for a last-minute winner. Here comes Ahmad, who's actually done quite well since he's come on. I think that was Shorteri, isn't it? Cuts back, Tellez over the bar.
Tellez looks surprised that didn't go in the net. I mean, I don't know what he was surprised about.
It'd be interesting to know what his future is. You've got 3 left-backs at United now.
He can depart.
There were rumours about him possibly going back to Porto.
He's just not been it. Like I don't have anything against him. It just hasn't worked out for him. I don't think. At United, and I do prefer. I mean, putting Malacia to the side for a minute. I do prefer Shaw to Tellez. So it's a much better all round.
Although I think Malacia starts next week. I think considering he started yesterday and he did well.
Do you think he's starting because Shaw's injured, or do you think
he was? Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Is that you get your opportunity, your foot's in the door, and I think he made the most of it. I don't think Shaw was the starting left back. Don't think Malacia was the starting left back. Here's a shot blocked. I don't think Malacia was the starting left back initially, but I'll get there in the end. But he got an opportunity, and I thought he played well yesterday. And Shaw didn't play, importantly, which means that he probably shouldn't be ready for next weekend.
That is great ball control from Ahmad. Well, how many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just, what was it? Fred Astaire. Is it Fred Astaire?
Or Dancer.
Dancing feet he has.
Really Tom Holland's playing Fred Astaire in a movie, in a biopic.
Sorry, I just got this is what I'm saying. Like, I can't do two. Well, I can do 2 things at once, but yeah, just like getting sucked in.
I saw a trailer for the Elvis Presley movie the other day, and it just looked quite good.
God, we have such different tastes. Why would I don't know.
Well, just to be fair, I like Elvis.
Elvis Presley.
I like Elvis. Icon. I mean, the way he sort of lived and died, not ideal.
Wait, did he die of a heart attack after eating a peanut butter sandwich? Is that?
He died on the toilet, having a heart attack.
Eating a peanut butter sandwich?
No. I think that's exaggerated.
No. I don't know why I had that in mind. He liked peanut butter though, apparently, right?
Yeah, like peanut butter and jelly, fried sandwiches and all that kind of stuff.
Fried?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. That proper southern cuisine.
Oh no, my baby.
Yeah.
My baby boy Iqbal is injured.
So Dan's down, rubbing the shin.
Come on, son.
That does hurt. Kick on the shin. That's why you got to wear shin pads, mate.
Oof.
But we're into the final minute.
He is wearing shin pads. Those little ones.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, like what's the point in only covering half of your shin? I don't get it.
And then, like you said, you go, oh, my shin hurts. Well, clearly. There's not. That's it, because shin pads shouldn't be fashion. It should be fashion.
You should never do anything half-assed.
Exactly. It should be protection.
You can't have half a shin pad.
No, exactly. But closing moments, players are down.
Cramp? No.
Probably a mixture of everything, isn't it?
He's stretching his... No.
It might be cramp.
I think he's got cramp because he's got full shin pads, so it can't be his shins. If you were I think you might have discussed this on the show before actually. If you were a player, what number would you be? Your shirt number? I know one goalkeeper, but but let's just say you could pick a number. Would it?
1. Always number 1. Always number 1.
Is that your favourite number?
I don't. Do you know what? I've never had a favourite number or anything like that. I don't have a favourite colour either. Like nothing. I don't have a favourite player or anything.
What's your favourite food? We're in extra time now.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a particular favourite.
You just don't have a favourite anything?
No, that's not. Yeah,
it's quite blasé.
Yeah, it's not really my thing.
You don't have a favourite football team?
Well, United.
Really?
United, yeah. That's But yeah, in terms of like favourite number, 1, if I couldn't be. And that's it. It's full time. Full time. Manchester United 1, Rayo Vallecano 1. 2 goals in the second half. One from Ahmad, another cancelled out just minutes later. And Ten Hag's final 2 pre-season fixtures end in a defeat and a draw. His first game at Old Trafford ends in a draw today. To wrap things up there, then, what do you think he gets out of it? What do you think he would take from today's game?
I need more players.
Do you think that'll be the biggest takeaway?
No, it won't be. It won't be, but that's my biggest takeaway.
Well, maybe, because you could say, well, that's my B team. That's if a lot of... I'm not going to get 11 injuries, but if I got injuries, these people are playing.
I think what he takes away from it is that the players, for me anyway, in my opinion, they look as if they are taking Erik ten Hag's philosophy, the system of how he plays on board. Whether or not they're actually good enough or capable enough of doing so is something that's yet to be seen. But yeah, no, I think he'd be quite happy, considering it's our B side and we're playing the youth. I say the younger players. I think he would have been more angry at yesterday's result than today.
Yeah,
100%. And the way we lost in like what minute was it? Like nearly
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think today will be about getting minutes in the legs. I mean, he still won't be thrilled with some of the mistakes. Again, at times a bit of a difficult game to watch. Quality in the final third wasn't there, but as you mentioned, it's with the sort of lesser players, it's almost to be expected. I do think people like Ethan Laird played well. I think Ahmad played well. I thought Martinez looked composed in his few minutes. Eriksen played well.
Yeah.
Whilst he was on the pitch. So there are certainly positives there, but as we head into next weekend, the Premier League officially going underway, and it's starting. It's still 0-0. It's half-time in the final between the Lionesses and Germany, by the way, as well. But nevertheless, guys, we'll wrap things up there. We'll speak to you again very soon. Smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and we'll speak to you again very soon. Peace. That was on.